forever, ever, forever, ever. All right, we are up on the tube. Ooh. What's up, guys? How's it going? Oh, come on in. Hi. Hi, friend. Hi. You know I'm saying hi to. Hi. All right, let's see. Appreciate you guys helping out with that live goal and tapping the screen. Let's see what we got here. Curly, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, and I have no idea how I ended up getting up here.
That's okay, friend. Just an accident. It happens. We appreciate you. Hope you have a good night, okay?
You too. Keep warm. Be safe.
Thank you, friend. You too. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
That's all right. That happens. It happens. Guys, keep those requests coming up. Let's see here. I'm going to play something else. Let's see here. We'll do this one for you. Once again, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Let's have a conversation. I'd like to have a chat with you. Hey, Kasha, how are you, friend? Good to see you. Hey, guys. Hey, Gemini. Am I freaked out about the storm? Massachusetts, we're used to it. It's all right. All right, we got someone here in the box. Let's see what we got. Next Wave Conservative. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Donald Trump.
Okay, why are you talking like that?
Because my family's sleeping. That's why. So I don't want to wake them up.
Okay, can you not breathe directly into the microphone, though?
Okay.
Okay, because you're so close to the microphone, it's creating a lot of background noise.
My bad.
That's okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
20, state of Florida.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the topics above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Yeah, Donald Trump's doing a good job with he's doing putting America first, the Jews, all that bullshit.
Okay. Colton, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 20. I voted in Florida.
Okay. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
We could do MAGA. Let's just go top to bottom.
Okay. Sure.
MAGA isn't Christian. Why do you think that? And I have counterpoints on why they are and why Kamala Harris actually wasn't Christian.
Okay, it's weird. I'm not talking about Kamala Harris. We're talking about the MAGA movement. Their policies are not in line with Christianity.
They totally are.
Cool. So which policies of theirs are helping to feed hungry people or help the homeless or help sick people or are welcoming to the immigrants? Which of those policies can you name?
Well, welcoming to the immigrants isn't necessarily Christian.
Oh, really? What
being
about
Christian-
hold on? What about what's the stranger in a welcome the stranger in a strange land? Jesus said that, you know.
Yeah, dude, he's talking about legal immigrants. You
Oh,
obviously
really?
help out
Can
legal
you show me?
immigrants.
Awesome. Can you show me that part in the Bible where Jesus specified legal immigrants? Cool. Please tell me.
He doesn't need to specify it for. Hey, dude, it's called context clues. Have you heard of those?
Oh, really? What are the context clues that say legal immigration? Please.
Because you're committing a crime if you come in illegally.
No, I want you to tell me in the Bible what the context clues are. Please.
Have you read it?
Yep. Have you?
Yeah, like multiple times.
Awesome.
Actually.
Then great. Then give me a verse.
Love thy neighbor.
Yeah, love thy neighbor is not context clues towards Jesus
But
only
it's a
wants
verse.
legal.
You asked for a verse.
Oh boy, you're not the sharpest spoon in the knife drawer, are you, bud?
I've never heard that saying. But if you actually read the Bible and you pick up on what Jesus is saying throughout the entire, like what Jesus' teachings are throughout the whole book, then you'll know that he's very clearly talking about legal immigrants and not people who are committing crimes.
Awesome.
Buddy.
All you have to do is show me the part where he says anything about legal immigration, and I would be happy
The
to
whole
concede the
book,
point.
dude.
Can you show me anything specifically that would say that? And by the way, when you say the whole book, do you mean the Old Testament and the New Testament? Jesus says that?
No, I only follow the New Testament.
You only follow the New Testament?
Yeah, it's. I mean, yeah, it's. I don't. A lot of the old
that's
stuff
cool.
I don't agree with.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, cool. Well, that's really progressive
Well-
of you. I like that a lot. So you agree that abortion is fine?
No, dude.
What do you mean no? There's nothing in the New Testament that would even hint that it's not okay. Also, homosexuality.
agree with
Also,
murder.
homosexuality is completely fine as well.
Yeah, actually, I think so too. Yeah.
Awesome. And also, there's nothing in the New Testament that says that abortion is bad.
Yeah. Hey, dude, murder's not good. Guess what abortion is?
Abortion
Murder.
isn't murder.
Yes, it is.
Really? Who defines it as murder?
Me.
Oh, you? Awesome. That's cool.
I mean, is it not killing another human being?
No, it's not. Anyways,
How isn't it?
would you? Oh, hi, Olive. How are you?
Good. How are you, Matt?
Doing good. Anyways, Colton, I would really like to get back to your point about immigrants. So can you cite me any Bible verse that would prove your point, or are you just not really intelligent enough to have this conversation?
I mean, dude, like I said, context clues throughout the entire
Context
book,
clues
like,
don't work in the Bible, bud. You actually have to cite a verse. If you can't do that, I can read you Matthew 25, 31 to 46. Would you like me to read you that one?
No, I wouldn't.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't you like me to read that verse to you? I'm confused, bud. Do you not know the Bible? What's Matthew 25, 31 to 46, Chief?
I don't know it off the top of my head.
So you don't know the parable of the sheep and the goats?
Not off the top of my head.
You literally don't know. So you're saying that you've read the Bible multiple times, you believe in the New Testament, and you don't know the parable of the sheep and the goats?
Oh, dude.
Dude, your microphone keeps getting muffled. What the fuck is going on here? We can't hear
Hold
you.
on, let me get my headphones. I'm getting my headphones.
Olive, hi.
Okay,
How,
my headphones. Is this better?
Olive, hi. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to remind him of Jeremiah 7:5-7, where it talks about if you really change your ways and actions and deal with each other justly, if you do not oppress the foreigner, the fatherless, or the widow, and do not shed innocent blood in this place, and if you do not follow other gods to harm your own, then I will let you live in this place, in the land I gave your ancestors forever and ever. If you actually look at the other translation, they specify alien, which is what we would consider undocumented alien.
Damn. Wow, that's
So
pretty
I
clear.
want to understand, where in your Bible does it state, let's not take care of the immigrant?
No, you should take care of the immigrant, legal immigrants.
Yeah, where does it specify
Okay, again, this said alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's talking about legal aliens.
It says alien. It does not say legal, sir.
It obviously means legal.
No, sir, it does not.
Yes, it does.
Show me
Jesus
where.
wouldn't support people who are committing crimes.
Olive, I really
Oh my
enjoy that
gosh.
this guy, we're like, hey, it doesn't say that anywhere, and here's the exact thing that he says, and his response is just, nuh-uh, like, you have
My
nothing.
response is actually read the book, dude.
I have.
We both have. We
No,
can
you
cite
clearly
you.
haven't.
I
Okay, but
sure have. I've actually read the original Hebrew translation, and I also went to a private Catholic preschool, and I went to a private
So did I.
Catholic school as well.
wow, awesome. It's weird
Did
though.
you? So I don't think you paid attention.
You didn't pay attention because you don't even know
yes,
that.
I did,
awesome.
dude.
Then what's the parable of the sheeps and the goats about?
I don't know off the top of my head,
So
bro.
you paid attention in Sunday school and in Catholic school, and you don't literally know
Yeah.
the most famous of all Jesus's parables when he talks about the sheeps and the goats. You're a really good Christian there,
Well-
bud.
Not off the top of my head.
Not off the top
'Cause
of your
when-
head. Wow.
Because when Matt asked you, or when you asked Matt, what do you mean MAGA isn't a Christian, and you wanted to pivot to Kamala Harris, there is no piece of legislation nor any policy that any Republican has ever put forward that would actually make Jesus smile. You know why, Colton?
Sure. Try to tell me. Come on, dude. Come on.
Because if Jesus was to walk on earth, because he does not speak English, because he is a brown man from the Middle
he did.
East,
wasn't.
no, he did not. If Jesus was to come back to life, walk across the fucking Atlantic to come to the U.S. and judge people, we would deport him.
No, we wouldn't. Jesus
Yes,
would have
we
been
would.
a capitalist.
No, he would have. I don't think you read the Bible.
I think
yes, I
Colton
did.
is just. I think okay, Colton. What did Jesus do when he went into the temple and he saw the moneylenders there, the capitalists? What did he do when he went into the temple and he saw the capitalists, aka the moneylenders?
You didn't like it.
Well, really, what did
He
he
didn't like
do?
it.
What did he do? What did he do?
I don't.
So you don't know another one of the most famous stories in the Bible. Holy shit, dude, you're like 0 for 10 now. Jesus Christ, literally.
You said you were Catholic?
I mean, I went to a Catholic school.
Are you Catholic?
I'm Christian.
Catholic is Christian, sir.
God damn, dude. This is bad.
See, I'm not into like the idea of having nuns smack people across their hands with wrist and stuff like that. But I was smacked with a few rulers in my day when I was a kid. It was very concerning.
Okay, Brock up here is
I'm
holding
sorry.
something up. Brock, you can just read whatever it is that you have to say. You don't have to show us the text. You can just tell us the verse and read it to us. Why are you showing us the
Constitution.
Constitution? We're talking about the
What
Bible.
does the Constitution have to do?
Yeah,
The
you could just tell us. You could
chapter
just.
verse is the Constitution in the Bible.
Yeah, Brock, you can just talk to us. It's okay. Just talk. You don't have to. You don't have to show anything. You can just talk.
No, it's hold on.
You can.
Well,
Just, Brock.
read it.
What?
I just want to say you can go back to sipping that little coffee mug with your smug ass little smile like a jackass on camera. It's not
What were you
Oh,
showing,
I-
Brock?
I don't know. I don't know what Brock was showing. I think he's just mad because his little butt boyfriend is getting owned over here. Anyways, Colton.
Not getting owned, dude.
Yeah, Colton. So
You don't
what
know the
happened?
Bible.
What happened when Jesus went into the temple with the moneylenders?
He didn't like it.
And what happened?
I don't remember. off the
I
top of
know
my
you
head.
don't remember because
I
you don't
get
know
what
the
your point
Bible.
is.
He flipped their
Yes, I
tables
do.
over, and then he demanded that he get out of the Lord's house because he didn't like capitalism. when
Dude, he
Jesus,
did like capitalism.
oh really? Hey,
No, he wouldn't have been.
Oh, really awesome. Hey, what is it called when you take something and you if you own something, right? And then you divide it up evenly and give it out to everybody. What's that called? Is that capitalism?
Capitalism. It gives everybody a chance. Yes.
No. When you take something that you own and you divide it up and you just give it away for free
give
to
it to other
everybody.
people.
Give it
Yes.
away for free. That's capitalism?
That's a form of it's a form of capitalism.
Was Jesus a white man?
I think so. I mean, he was not necessarily a white man.
Oh, hang on. Let me see if I can get Manny in here. I remember Brock. Hold on.
I know,
because
these guys
Brock
this is a joke.
Brock decided to talk about. I think it was like he was trying to be anti-Palestinian, whatever the fuck it was, and he was trying to tell us. He was trying to tell us that Jerusalem was where Jesus was born, not Bethlehem.
That was
this guy. I remember that. Well,
Israel.
that was
Israel is where
yeah,
they
that was
were born.
amazing. That was amazing.
It was perfect. I'm trying to see if I can get him back
Yeah.
here.
Wow, that was
Just to
delightful.
see.
Anyways,
Because
Such a sad-
Colton doesn't know
Such a
the Bible.
Sad life you people.
Yes,
live.
I
It's
do.
embarrassing.
You don't know the Bible.
hold on. Brock.
Bethlehem
I
and
know more about the
Jerusalem
Bible
are
than
two
you.
different
Yeah.
areas.
All right,
You don't.
now Brock. Now
Jesus
Brock.
was born in
now
Jerusalem.
Brock, you seem to have some big feelings up there, bud. Do you want to tell us what are your big feelings today, Chief?
About what?
You said that things are really sad, and you didn't like the fact that I was smirking and drinking my coffee. Seems like you're having a bad day, bud. Do you want to talk about it with everybody?
No, I didn't say that. I
It's
just.
probably
Yeah.
I
Do you
just-
need
I
a?
just-
You want
I
a?
just-
Do you want a juice
I
box?
don't
You
know.
want some gold? You want some goldfish?
Listen.
My 9-year-old daughter. Hey,
when-
bud, it's okay. My 9-year-old daughter likes the goldfish in the juice box too. Sometimes it's okay. You want me to get you some? Make you feel better?
When you're speaking,
Would
I'm being
that-
respectful.
Oh, I
so when I
appreciate
speak,
that. I
you
just-
listen.
What I just
When I
was
speak, you
asking.
listen.
You want me to
When I
get you some?
speak,
I
you
can make.
listen.
You want me to get you some, bud? Make you feel better? Because it seems like you're a little cranky today, Chief. Anyways, I'll invite you to unmute, and you can speak like a good boy. Oh, I'm sorry. You can speak like a good boy now.
Listen, I'm trying to be respectful, man. Seriously, but it had nothing to do with you drinking your coffee specifically. But that smug ass little, yeah, look you do right there.
Oh, it seems like. Anyways, did you want to talk about
You're a
politics, or did you actually just want to bitch out and moan and whine like a little girl?
You're just a pussy, dude. And I promise you, this little debate.
And by the way, I just need to apologize to all the very nice ladies in the chat because my daughter actually wouldn't ever act like Brock. Really, it's kind of wrong of me to say that. So apologies. I don't even know where we would get there. I don't know what Brock is doing. Did you come up to have an actual conversation, Brock, or are you just really in your bad fifis today, Chief?
I'm here to talk. I got something to run through your mind, actually, real quick.
What was
Hold
the
on,
amendment
Olive.
you were
Hold on,
showing,
Olive.
Brock? What were you showing? What amendment were you showing, Brock?
Oh, just multiple of them.
Can you give me the multiple you were showing?
I think it was the Fifth Amendment. I think I also showed the Eighth Amendment. I think
What
I
does
also
the
showed
Fifth
Sixth.
Amendment have to do with any of the conversation we were currently having?
No, this is what I'm actually doing.
Can you tell me? Can you tell me the?
as I'm memorizing
Can you
the
tell me
Constitution.
why you were showing the Fifth?
You guys sound triggered.
Can you show me why you were showing the Fifth and Eighth Amendment, Brock?
Olive,
I'm
you sound really
I'm
triggered
happy.
right now.
I'm happy you can read above a fifth grade
Olive,
level,
Olive,
Brock. But I
Olive,
want to
sweetie.
understand why you were showing the Fifth and Eighth Amendment. Can you tell me, please?
Looks like the Constitution of America sounds like the patriotism of American citizens
Okay.
has you a little bit triggered, Olive, isn't that
I
right?
asked you why you were showing those amendments for specific reasons.
Listen, are you whimpering? Or are you about to cry, Olive?
I'm
Because
sorry.
showing you that?
Is she speaking another language? I don't think that she is, Brock. We're both asking you, why were you showing amendments to the Constitution? Are you sundowning like Donald Trump is? Like, why are you just showing random
What does that
amendments
mean?
to the Constitution? No one asked you,
You know,
Colton.
what does that even mean, sundowning? What does that mean?
No one asked you. I asked you, why are you showing amendments to the Constitution? Do you understand the question, or should I say it slower?
Yeah. Well, listen, it's because the Force is here. The awakening has arrived. The
Olive, is
I love
he
it when
doing-
men have to compensate.
Is he doing a?
I love it when men have to compensate.
Is he really doing a Star Wars thing? I think he's doing a Star
I
Wars
think
thing.
so.
Jesus Christ.
I think so, but they like to talk about how Trump's bringing back the empire and shit like that. But again, like, so the you said you were showing the Fifth Amendment and you were showing
And the Eighth.
and the Eighth
Wow,
Amendment, right?
Good job.
I'm glad you can count up to 8 at least. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
You probably can only count to 4, dude.
Sir, I have a bachelor's degree.
So, cool, good for you. I would have one if I wasn't so young. I hope you know that.
I got my bachelor's degree when I was 22.
Yeah, I'm 20.
Cry harder. Anyways, so you were showing the Fifth Amendment, which is your due process rights, and then you were showing the Eighth Amendment, which is cruel and unusual punishment. What was the purpose of showing this?
Well, I just told you.
You didn't say anything. You were just saying, I'm
If
proud to read
you-
above a 5th grade level.
If you do not submit to the force, it will consume you.
I don't submit to shit, dude.
I think these guys are just trolling because they can't have an actual conversation.
Do you remember when trolls were funny,
I'm
Matt?
down to have a conversation.
I know
right
it's really unfortunate
We're-
because like at least
We're-
it used to be
we're
it
trying
used to be
talk
kind
you,
of
Matt.
fun.
We're trying to talk to you, Matt, but all of
It used to be kind of fun, like when trolls would come up, and now they're just this is dumb. Like I don't know,
Oh,
you guys
you're muting
aren't
me for a
good at
reason.
this.
I'm trying to speak, and all of it's been being incredibly disrespectful.
I'm sorry, I didn't ask you to say a fucking word, did I? I didn't think so. So if you're going to have a conversation, you can talk. Otherwise, you can just leave. It's real simple.
Okay, I want to have one. Yeah.
Okay, cool, Colton. That's great. Brock, what about you?
I think your third.
Hey, I want to as well, but you asked me a question, and all I did was answer it, and you can't even handle that.
Yeah, if you're going to answer the way that you did and not in good faith, then we're just going to move on because I'm here to have adult
Well, you were asking
conversations.
why I'm showing the amendments, and I was just showing you that's what I'm reading.
I'm here to have adult conversations, and I
People-
understand
You're
that
just, you're just triggered, dude.
I guys, fellas, boys, and I mean that quite literally. I'm here to have conversations with other adults. I understand you may not be able to handle that. So maybe it's time to go play some Xbox, okay? And get off the TikToks. Let the adults talk now.
I want to have a conversation, dude.
I was trying to have a conversation as well, and she asked me a question, so I answered it in the way as I was reading it and
You know what?
understanding
You know
it
what
and
adults
taking
don't
it in
do
and
is
remembering
you know
it,
what
and
adults
you're not
don't
letting
do.
me finish.
Yeah, because
You're
you
not
know what?
letting me
Yeah,
finish.
because you know what adults don't do. They don't keep whining like little bitches. They would just move on
That's
and say.
literally what you're doing
They would
right
just
now.
say, "I'm going to have a conversation now. I'd like to address a topic." But of course, you can't seem to
Okay,
do that.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to
Go
talk about the
ahead.
third topic, dude.
Cool. What third topic do you want to talk about?
You say that ICE is a domestic terrorist group, and that's just not true.
Awesome.
When
What's-
they're a federal agency actually cleaning the streets and getting rid of criminals,
Fantastic.
make that make sense.
Great. So what's the definition of terrorism, fellas?
It's
Just
like Matt.
what?
It's like mass. It's like causing mass fear to the public.
No, that's not correct. Do you want to try again?
It's an unlawful use of violence and intimidation, especially against civilians in the pursuit of political aims.
There you go. You can use Google. That a boy. Very good. So let's
He didn't use Google.
I didn't even need to really use it.
Sure, even though you just read the literal definition of the word that comes up when you Google it, so that's fine. Anyways,
Or is that maybe because I actually have a photographic memory and I can remember things, shit face.
sure, whatever you say, Brock. Anyways, so let's go through that since you guys don't believe that it fits the definition. So the unlawful use of violence and intimidation. Has ICE been breaking the law? Yes, they have. They've been found
No.
by. Oh, well,
No, they haven't been.
Cool.
They have immunity.
Well, number one, no, they don't. Number two, federal judges have found that they've broken the law. So if a federal judge has found that you've broken the law, you've broken the law. Oops. Anyways.
I mean, maybe like a liberal leftist judge. Cool. Sure, dude.
A liberal leftist judge? Really?
A
So
biased judge. Yeah.
can you explain the case to me then that you're talking about?
I don't know the exact case off the top of my head, buddy, but like I can tell you, I guarantee you that whatever judge made that
Hey,
rule is a
Olive.
biased liberal.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Olive, you
Where's
you
that?
want me to
Hey,
start saying slurs as well? Because you bet.
Hey, can you stay on topic or are you going to be a fucking child? Thank you so much. Anyways, so what?
Look at what your little co-host is doing right down there. I'm the one staying on topic.
I'm being quiet. I'm letting the
Hey, go
adults
go ahead,
speak.
Matt. Speak. Go ahead.
I don't recall what happened earlier, but it seemed like you two fellas were the ones who started slinging the insults first, and it seems like now you can't take it. So why don't you mind your P's and Q's and let's just keep talking? Okay, cool. There you go, boys. Anyways, ICE has been found to have broken the law. That's unlawful. That's number one. Number two is if we're going to talk about violence and intimidation, they're clearly using both of those things against the public and specifically against civilians.
No, they aren't.
We can cite multiple examples of them using absolute violence against civilians that has been unwarranted. So, since we can prove that they're doing things that are illegal, since we can prove that they're using violence and intimidation against civilians, and we can prove that they're doing it to further political aims, we can say that they fit every single definition of terrorism.
No, they are, dude. The people. What are you? So you're talking about like when they like pepper sprayed that kid the other day in Portland?
The 15-year-old child?
Yeah.
Literal minor?
Minor. Or how about when they beat up the 17-year-old kid that was a US citizen?
Don't be an agitator.
Hang on.
Time out.
Be an agitator.
Time out.
What was he doing?
Time out. Are you entitled to your First Amendment right, Mr. Here's the Constitution?
Of course, everyone is.
Fantastic. Then it doesn't matter what he said, does it?
No, I said, what did he do?
Don't be an agitator, dude.
No.
I said,
No.
what did he do, not what did he say?
No. I'm so sorry. Allow me to explain this.
Yeah,
to
you
guys.
misheard me.
Yeah. Number
Apologize.
one, didn't do anything. You can say whatever you want to ICE. If you taunt them, if you make fun of them,
I said,
he
what
wasn't
did
just
he do?
saying though.
Excuse me,
I
guys.
said, what did
are
he
you?
do, not what did he say?
Fantastic, and I'm telling you, he didn't do anything. He just said things to them.
Okay.
Oh, he did
So,
stuff.
really,
ICE
like
wouldn't do
what?
that without him doing stuff.
Really,
dude.
then what did he do?
Well, you can't threaten
I
them. You can't
guarantee.
threaten
I
federal
guarantee
agents.
you.
Hey,
I guarantee you, he was threatening them, dude.
Fantastic. Then
You can't threaten them.
great. Then prove it.
Show me how the
No,
15-year-old.
prove it. Can
Show
you
me.
go into an air? Can you go into an
Show me
airplane
how
and
a
scream,
show
"I
me
have a
how
DOMD"?
show me how a 15-year-old was intimidating a probably in their early 30s grown ass man.
Because do you
Show
know
me where.
anything about
Show me
anything?
where.
Like, they can
Show
say,
me
anything
where.
about MMA? Do you know-
Show
do you know
me
anything
where.
about MMA?
Show me where.
Show you where what?
Do you know?
Show me how the
you know
15-year-old.
anything about
Show me
MMA?
how the 15-year-old was intimidating a probably in their mid 30s grown ass man.
Hey, maybe he knew MMA.
What?
You know,
You
Matt,
could have
these
also
feel
been
like the.
saying a
You remember
various
those kids in
amounts of-
class that like always sat next to each other and they had to back one another up because one didn't understand what the other one was saying and they were like best friends.
I do remember that.
I feel like I'm
Sounds like
sitting
you
in
went to
that
a
right
Ramos
now.
school.
I'm
Yeah.
sitting in there right now.
Yeah.
No, you just can't.
Anyways,
track
so
what
if
we're
you
saying.
guys can't prove that somebody actually committed some sort of assault or
I
anything
wasn't
like
there.
that,
I don't have
so-
like a video evidence. dude.
Awesome, we do. And so when you can't prove that and we can show actual footage of ICE unprovoked doing these things, what can happen is you'll
didn't
have
do
to
unprovoked, bro.
Excuse me. If you're going to say that, then what's going to have to happen is you would need to prove it and you would need to source it. And since
Show
you're
the
not
video, then.
going to be able to do that, you're just going to have to say, I can't prove the positive claim that I'm making. You're
I can
claiming
prove it.
Great, then prove it right now.
Turn on
Look
your
at the
camera,
videos.
Colton. Show them the camera, Colton.
We're gonna wait until you guys show your source. Please don't move on until you've shown your source.
I'm not the one
Thank
making
you.
a claim. I'm not making a claim right now.
Cool. Well, you guys are acting in tandem at the moment. Tandem, by the way, is a word that means together. Just so you know, I know that might be a little.
You're the one who has a low IQ vocabulary.
I see
so
the
think I would have to-
And-
the true co-host is here, so
Yeah.
you can go ahead and drop me.
What?
Hi,
Oh,
Nemo.
Olive, you're fine.
You sure? I don't want to take up
No,
Nemo's space.
You can- why don't you-
It'll be
Olive,
a 3v1.
why don't
It'll be a
you-
3v1.
It's Olive. Why don't you stay for a minute while we have Brock and
Me too.
Colton up here for a minute. Why just for a minute?
Okie dokie.
Just stay for a minute.
Okay.
And then we'll move on. But it's fine since we have
Fresh boys.
Okay,
since we
I
have
found my source.
since we
You
have these guys over here. Oh, what was that? What do you got? What's the
Do you
source?
have X?
Do I have?
You have X.
Yes, I have Twitter.
Okay, it's X. It's got its name changed. Go to the search bar and look up ICE pepper sprays 15-year-old, and you'll see the full video with lots of context.
Okay.
We don't like to watch the full videos, Colton. You'll learn this here soon enough. Nemo, did you find Dory yet? Little fish guy? Little fish boy? Did you find Dory? Did you go on the little adventure? Did you finish the movie?
I actually have the full video, Matt.
Oh,
Let me
you had
send
the
it
full
to
video?
you,
You
so-
sent. Thank you so much. That's
We
fantastic.
talked about it today because I wanted to show the fact that ICE is just a bunch of mediocre white men who can't seem to
No,
go
they're
far
not.
in life, so they decide
A majority of ICE isn't even white.
They want to undermine children and women and terrorize them because they just want a power
They've
trip.
done more for our country than
So
you ever
there's
will.
Hey,
so there's the
most of
video.
ICE is Mexican. A majority of ICE are Mexican men.
You can actually look it up. Yeah, less than 50% of ICE are Caucasian men.
What? Really?
Look it up. Less than 50.
I'd
Go
love.
look it
What's
up.
your
Go look it up.
what's your source for that?
Again, everything's on X.
It's X isn't a source.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It's the
it's
best
not.
source of news in the current day. Yeah, it is.
X isn't a source.
It is. It's got plenty of data on there for your little brain.
No, you have to give the actual where the data actually came from. Someone could publish it on X.
It's on there. And then
Where?
they link it.
Where?
Look it up. Look up X racial statistics on X.
ICE is
ICE, racial
ICE,
demographics.
ICE is a U.S. federal agency made up of American government employees. The workforce is not predominantly Mexican or from any foreign
Yes, they
country.
are.
Therefore, a majority of ICE workers
Get that off the screen,
are
dude.
U.S. citizens.
Hilarious. Just prove you wrong.
No,
Apparently 50% of
mine's
US Border Patrol
mine's
agents and about
directly
30% of ICE
mine's
agents
directly
identify as-
mine's directly from not only just ICE.gov, but it looks like it's also pulling from American Immigration, UCLA, Immigration Policy,
Those are all compromised sources.
American Immigration Council. That's all in front of my sources.
Those are all compromised. They're all fucking
Okay,
false,
yeah,
dude.
I understand Jerusalem. I understand.
What's your point? Jesus was born in Jerusalem. Why do you want to argue that so badly?
It was a beautiful thing what Manny did that day. I was so proud of him.
Proud of him for being wrong. I mean, I'm sure whatever floats your boat, sweetheart.
Oh, baby boo.
Jesus was born in Jerusalem.
Oh, Nemo, you
He
missed.
Nemo,
So Colton
Nemo,
down below
Nemo,
wanted to
be
sit
quiet.
and tell us
Be quiet.
that Jesus was born in Jerusalem, not Bethlehem. And Manny was on the panel, and you know how Manny is when it comes to these really shitty trolls that aren't funny, but he just makes them more funny.
Not a troll.
He
Yeah,
actually went to
they say it
Reddit.
all the
He
time.
went
They
to
say this all the
Reddit,
time.
and Reddit even stated that Jesus was not born in Jerusalem; that Jesus was born in Bethlehem.
Hey, dude, Jerusalem was modern day Israel is where Jerusalem was, and that is where Jesus was born. Jesus was born where Israel
Modern
is.
day Israel is
Which-
where Jerusalem was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not funny, Nemo.
That's like saying that America is located in my house.
I mean, technically it is. Yeah. Do you live in America?
Our house
Yeah.
in the middle of our.
Okay, then you're. I mean, what? That would be right. I mean, if he lives in America, think about it. Fire up those neurons. Come on, dipshits.
I want the almost 830 people in the chat to understand. Yes, these people are young, but I promise you, being also a young person, we're not all like this. I am
old
a
are you?
very proud young person.
How old are you?
Only 20.
I'm 24.
24. Okay, where'd you graduate from? What school did you go to?
Which one, college or high school?
Both.
I graduated from a high school in Detroit, and I graduated from Old Dominion University.
What is that? No one's even heard of that college. It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah, I've never heard of that
Y'all
before.
can Google Old Dominion University.
I don't know, Old Dominion.
No, I'm sure you could Google every college right there, Olive.
Where do you guys go to school?
Twitter.
I'm graduated from high school.
No, where do you go to college?
Dude, I'm only 20. I'm taking a gap year.
Where were you going?
You graduated high school when you were 19.
I graduated from 18. Two years ago.
So you're taking 2 gap years.
You wanted to make sure there was enough of a gap. Nemo.
He had to double check the gap. Double the gap. But yeah, I graduated early with my bachelor's degree. That's how I got my degree at 22. I actually was still going to school at NSU, which is Norfolk State University, to get my master's degree early.
Master's degree for what?
Early childhood education, minoring in political science.
You don't need.
You guys are asshole bullies,
You don't
dude.
need know shit about that too, which is
Priority.
hilarious. I guarantee you, I know way more about political science than you.
I don't think you guys do. Number one, your buddy at the bottom thinks Jesus was born in Jerusalem.
That
And
has
two,
nothing to do
you
with
didn't
politics. Nothing
explain
to
the
do with
fact.
politics.
You didn't
Nothing to do with politics.
you didn't
Nothing to do
understand
with politics.
you didn't understand anything when it came to the Constitution. Instead, you continue to sit there to shittily
I
quote
don't understand
Star
anything
Wars.
when it comes to the Constitution. I literally have it right in front of me. Been
Uh-huh.
reading it for probably about
What's the
6
Second
months
Amendment?
now.
What's the
and
full
it's
Second
close to
Amendment? What is the full Second Amendment without opening your Constitution?
Oh,
the
bye,
full Second Amendment.
Colton.
Name the full Second Amendment without opening your Constitution.
A well-regulated militia being like able to basically secure the free state, the right of the people to keep their bare arms shall not be infringed.
Damn. We talking to Nick Shirley right now?
All right.
Brock, say benevolent right now.
Ask him to spell it while
Uh,
we're at it.
All right. Wait, Brock. Crystal wants to ask you one question.
Can I just read them?
Hold on. What?
Brock, Pookie, I just have one question for you, and then I'm gonna go. How many holes does a woman have below her belly button?
Oh, Lord.
3.
I am floored. You cheated. I
What
want to
did-
recount.
He's been up.
I didn't cheat.
He's
I
been
know
up
that.
with. He's
I'm
been up with.
very-
He's
I've
been up
been
with.
around it multiple times.
He's been up with Dean too many times.
I've been around it multiple
Crystal,
times.
He's been up
Oh,
with Dean.
like,
okay,
I-
okay.
Yeah.
No, I've just.
Yeah.
That's
Got
not true.
it.
I've just been around it. They have an asshole. They have a pisser.
Yeah. No one asked you to define
A
them, Chief.
pisser.
Thank you.
I
What are
also
the-
want to point out that this other kid said, I'm graduated from high school. I'm graduated from high school, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he voted for the man who said nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
It can only good happen.
Back.
Good night,
Yeah.
friends.
All right, bye, Crystal. Thank you. W's Crystal. Real quick, thank you to Anthony for the 2 different blue apps that you sent. Thank you very much. Said the Colton guy sounds like the guy who goes to Johnny's stream and claims he's a Republican too. Same exact voice. Can't remember the name. And then you said it was trad. You think that Colton is trad? I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure about the voices. I haven't listened enough. Both, but
Brock
maybe.
dropped out of the 3rd grade.
And then thank you to the one Pixie. It says, how long before Brock pivots to my muscles are bigger than yours like he did last time? How long, Brock? I don't know.
I don't remember doing that. I might be getting off soon too. You guys are just there's 3
Aw.
of you up here, and there's
So-
one of me. So
The one
it's not
pixie,
fair.
I do
This is what you guys do.
genuinely
It's completely
appreciate-
unfair.
Oh, wait, I'm
and it's
sorry.
ridiculous.
Here,
We got
here, I'm gonna help you out. Okay, thank you, sweetie. So, the one pixie, thank you for the blue app. You said, I see Brock is still triggered by you. Yes, he is.
Do you think Brock and Colton use with or without lube?
Well, I feel like you know what? I'm not even. Nope.
Honestly,
No.
honestly, can I be honest with you, chat? Can I be honest with you? L's for Olive for making any of us think about that. L's in the chat for Olive.
Oh, come
for
on, you
making us
love
think about
me.
that. No, we love Olive.
You love me.
L's for love for Olive. How about that? L's
Uh-huh,
for
we'll
love.
go with that. Okay.
But you
I'll
made
remember
us.
this,
You made
Matthew.
us think about it.
I'll remember this, Matthew.
I'll never forgive you for that.
So, Brock, I thought you said you were leaving
Yeah.
because you're intimidated.
Aren't you? I thought Brock came up to like have an actual political discussion, but no.
Apparently. Because I can read the Constitution. Let me talk about the 5th and 8th Amendment. As we're talking about the fucking Bible.
The worst night in your life.
Aw, I hope both sides of your pillow are nice and moist.
Bye, Brock. Bye.
Lordy.
I've only encountered Colton, and that's just because we talked about Jesus for like 20 minutes. And then Manny went on this whole tyrant on Reddit reading about Southern Biscuit showing how Jesus was born in Bethlehem, not Jerusalem. And
That's amazing.
it was great. It was great. I love it. I love it so much. It brings my recovering Catholic heart very, very happily.
Samesies. Can we get W's for our friend Olive for absolutely triggering Brock and Colton to the point of they just absolutely fucking lost their shit. Can we get W's for Olive, please? That was fucking beautiful.
I heard him talking about abortion. I'm like, oh wait, where in the Bible? I was so
I
excited.
got something for this. That was fucking fantastic. Yeah, W's for Olive. We love you, Olive. All right, I will drop you down now, but I really.
All right,
I'm
you
glad
guys have the
came on.
most fun.
All right,
thank you
friend.
for having me. Bye, guys.
Bye, friend. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, really no W's for Olive though. For reals, we love Olive. Okay, let's see what we got. We got other people to come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. Nemo is here. Keep helping out with that live goal. Make sure you're supporting Nemo as well. Both of those things help us get out to the FYP and keep tapping that screen. Ace, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I just wanted to. I didn't know if you were doing a thing where it was like, hey, I didn't know that you were only having Trump supporters up here. Sorry about that. But I was hoping to get in while those guys were talking. Because as a 19-year-old who watched ICE pull over someone in my neighborhood and I then tailed them for like a straight mile and they tried to pull me over, I find it crazy that people think that it's okay for ICE to exist. I understand like ICE existing in general at the border because that's what it was supposed to be, but now they're becoming law enforcement and that's not right.
Yeah, I appreciate it, friend. And yeah, we generally we don't bring up a lot of people, just one or two of our friends occasionally. But hey, I just want to give you a little bit of advice, friend. And I really appreciate the fact, and I know what you want to do, and I think your heart's in the right place. Once ICE takes somebody, you really need to be careful about doing something like following law enforcement. Okay, that gets into some dicey territory, and I really need to advise you to be careful doing things like that, okay? I want you to be safe, and I really appreciate where your heart is in terms of wanting to do the right thing. Trust me, I'm not putting you down at all. I want you to be safe, and I just want you to be careful, okay? So
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay.
I was with two other people, so I was like, okay, it's fine. And we were just messing around with them because we were like, okay, let's. And this was before the whole they were like attacking people, straight up, and it was more just so, this is a joke, haha, like they're just being stupid. And then they actually started going after people, and I've been avoiding them ever since because they are actively around my town.
All right, that's fine. I just really wanted to make sure that we're not having people, because once they if they've got somebody in custody, there's really not a whole lot that's going to happen. I just really don't want to see more people get hurt at that point. And but not saying don't protest them and not do the right thing, because it's just that once it hits that point, I just don't want to see
it becomes super dangerous. Yeah,
that's all. So I just want to say that.
I'm not the only reason I got I'm white. I'm a white woman. I don't quote unquote have to not worry. But I have a cousin who is from North Korea and he was adopted. He recently got detained by ICE, so it just boils my blood to see this happen. Yeah. And it's hurtful. And then to hear people be like, they're doing a good thing. And I'm like, okay, people are getting hurt. People are dying. Someone got blinded. Someone was arrested. Like, all this terrible stuff is happening. And people just go, yeah, this is fine. This is great. We're having a great time.
Yeah. We feel you, friend. Listen, we're gonna try to get some more Trump supporters up here, but thank you. I appreciate you. Please stay safe while you're out there. Okay.
Of course. I enjoy watching your streams. I really do.
Thank you very much, Ace. We appreciate you. Have a good night. Okay.
Have a good one.
All right. Take care. All right. Let's see who else we got here. J. Rob, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? J-Rob? Okay. Okay. Just don't know what that's going on there. Vivian, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Vivian. Okay, just moving right along. Biblically, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Oh, no. I went to college. Sorry about that.
Hell yeah.
Okay, W's. Oh yeah, that was good. That made my day.
I have read a book once in my life.
That has happened. Sebastian, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Sebastian? Sebastian, are you there?
I think Sebastian might be sleeping. I think Sebastian is actually up, ironically.
I thought so. Could have sworn. Guys, want to talk to some Trump supporters? If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. We've got close to 750 people over here on the Tiki Talks. Over on the tube right now. All right, let's see. Got over here on the Tubi Tube. Let's see. He's under the water. Yeah. More accurately, he's under the sea. Under.
Mason in the chat.
Sebastian said, sorry, I had a bad connection. We got, 230 over on the tube. And speaking of the tube, thank you to Betty. Thank you to Betty for your super chat. It says, thanks for giving us Dumb and Dumber 3. Great sequel. Thank you, Betty. That's awesome. We appreciate you, Betty. Thank you for that super chat. That's funny. Thank you. Yeah, Mason, why don't you come on up, Mason? Mason isn't in the invites, is he? No, of course not.
Meatball, as you said, maybe make your show a little more palatable for debate and not just your minion. I would love to know what you consider to be palatable.
I'm intrigued. Come on up. Come on down. Any of you. Let's see. Do that. I know, right? Yeah, come on, Meatball. You don't have 5 people teaming up against one person. Well, technically it was 2 on 2. And then Nemo joined up, and then one of them left. So then it was 3 on 1. And then he left. Then Olive left. Unless, of course, you're counting this guy down here, this asshole. Down this guy right here. If you're counting that guy, that's just my backup account. Also, everyone should be following my backup account. Please follow my backup account. Thanks. Also, yeah, Dragonflies in the chat goes, all MAGA lives are like 8 on 1. Can confirm. But yeah, no, you can just come up and talk to Nemo and I. That's pretty much how we do it. And we talk, we talk pretty much one at a time for the most part. So, yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I would go up into MAGA Lives a lot. That was something. Like 4 different conversations all at the same time.
You'll be trying to answer one question, and then someone interrupts you with another question, and then you're like, I just wanted to answer the first thing that I was at, and they're like, why aren't you pivoting? And you're like, because someone else asked me something different. Like, what? What's happening?
lots of very painfully loaded questions. Like, it's not even loaded in the clever sense. It's just like dumb loaded questions.
Painfully loaded questions. By the way, I blame RJ for dragging me into more MAGA lives lately. I've like followed him into some of them, and then I'm like up on the panel and I have regret. I am just like, immediate regret for being there and like having to deal with these people. I'm like, ugh. So I blame RJ. You can tell him I blame him. Oh, Anonymous Truther says, host, why are you pushing propaganda? Ooh, come on up and tell us what propaganda we're pushing. Come on. Let's go. Let's talk about it. Propaganda, come on.
Can we at least get paid? Like, damn.
Listen, Good Trouble said he's putting in a word for us, okay?
Good. I need some checks.
Here, Anonymous Truther, I've invited you to come on up. Why don't you come on up and you can tell us the propaganda that we're pushing? I'd love to know. This is great. Oh, that's weird. You went away after saying that. Now you're out of the invites.
Why is MAGA scared? Well, that's a good question. It could be that they're at a certain point where they have gone full in on one position, and then Donald Trump turns around and changes his mind to be the polar opposite of his original decision. And so they have to wait a couple days for people to kind of forget that they were just, hitching their wagon to, this is a Monroe doctrine, we're colonizing Greenland. Yeah, Greenland, Iceland, the one up there with Canada. Yeah, we're taking it. Yeah, it's ours. Yeah. Yeah, we have bases there. It's ours. Yeah, they don't need it. No, fuck Denmark. Yeah, we're just going to take it. Oh, wait. Trump just said that we're not taking it. Well, we should be focusing on America anyway. Like, we could barely handle just 50 states. I don't know about you, but adding another whole landmass, that's a lot. So actually, he's a genius because he's being fiscally responsible. So yeah.
This entire like mindset that Nemo is talking about, and like just like waiting for their marching orders, is so well encapsulated by what happened today. How many of you saw Trump in his remarks where he referred to Greenland as Iceland repeatedly?
Yeah.
I'll show you.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
So, check this out. Here, let me get the sound on the tube for you guys. Here we go. Bop-a-da-bop. And put this up on the screen for everybody. This was today at Davos. Where's the sound? That's weird. Why is there no... Oh, there it is.
About Iceland, they loved me. They're not there for us on Iceland, that I can tell you. I mean, our stock market took the first dip yesterday because of Iceland. It's So Iceland's already cost us a lot of money.
He had earlier in the speech referred to piece of ice in describing Greenland, which of course that is part of its Arctic nature, but to then repeatedly refer to Iceland and not catch himself that it was Greenland he was referring to is notable. People will decide what they
So, all right. So Trump said that over and over in the speech, which is pretty damning and embarrassing in itself. But how does this tie back in with Nemo? Well, Caroline Leavitt said this in response to what Donald Trump said. I'll read you from her ex posting. She just said, "No, he didn't. His written remarks referred to Greenland as a piece of ice because that's what it is. You're the only one mixing anything up here." That was, by the way, in response to a reporter who pointed it out that he used the wrong name 4 times. How many people do you think who voted for Donald Trump, if they come and talk to us tonight and we point out the fact that Donald Trump is fucking sundowning in front of our eyes and said Iceland instead of Greenland, they're going to toe the company line and they're going to be like, well, Caroline Leavitt said, it said piece of ice, and so that's why he said Iceland, and so, obviously.
Come to think of it, I wonder if, you could just really just push it. Really push it. I feel like it would be really self-serving. So in the case of Caroline Leavitt, she deserves it. In the case of Donald Trump, it might cause him so much stress to admit that he fucked up that he may finally, mercifully have that stroke. But I'm just saying, he won't admit that he fucked up. He will quadruple down. And so he might be like, well, actually, some people call it Greenland, and actually it's really Iceland, and the fucking Scandinavians, they did a little trick back in the day. I am going to correct this, okay? All maps will now have Iceland as the name, okay? Because that's what I want. So we could do that, and then the rest of MAGA can look like a bunch of imbeciles as they try to sell that with a straight face. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is where we're at. This is legitimate, Emperor has no clothes territory. That's it's fucking crazy, you guys. It's fucking crazy. Oh, thank you, Laura. Oh, that's very nice of you guys. Thank you. Appreciate your support. By the way, thank you for supporting myself and Nemo. Make sure that you are doing that as well. Supporting people on the panel like that helps us get back out to the FYP. Also, you can offer your support to our blue and green apps that links in our bios. If you're over here on TikTok, if you're on the tube, you can find those down in the description. Please make sure that you subscribe, you've liked, not just to me, but to Nemo. His link is down in the description as well. And in the meantime, we are just chatting while we are waiting to see if we have any Trump supporters that would like to come on up and talk with us. We've seen a couple of them chirping away in the chat, but we've got nearly 800 people over here on TikTok and no one coming up. We've got about 200 people over watching us on the tube. We know you guys don't like to have us talk to some folks, but got to have some people who want to talk and come up. So come on down, Trump supporters.
Also, thank you to Danielle for the blue app. You said, no. Yeah, that's basically MAGA's rebuttal at this point. So we got this little soundbite from Donald Trump's trip to Davos. So this is the President of the United States.
We had a good speech. We got great reviews. I can't believe it. We got good reviews in that speech. Usually they say he's a horrible dictator type person. I'm a dictator. But sometimes you need a dictator. But they didn't say that in this case. And no, it's common sense. It's all based on common sense, you know.
Now, there are several things. That clip was 18 seconds long. There were several things, okay? Number one, speech reviews. Is that a thing? Like, what is it? Like a TV show or something? You get ratings on it? Like, get wonderful reviews on the speech. What speech? Then, also, the obvious thing. Sometimes you need a dictator. Okay, how about no? How about Sic Semper Tyrannis?
Yeah, 100%. Mads, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I did have a question for you though. I'm a friendly of Nemo's.
Okay, sure. What's up?
Okay, so two things. First one is kind of weird. Has anyone ever told you like the dude from The Walking Dead? Is that
Jeffrey Dean
Yes.
Morgan? Yeah, I've gotten Jeffrey Dean Morgan once or twice in my life. Sure. Yes.
Okay, just letting you know. But my question for you was, in regards to the Democratic Party, because this is my personal opinion. Do you feel as though like the Republican Party, sadly, they have a front man, and a lot of times they tend to be very united on that. But in regards to the Democrats, do you think that we struggle to find a front man that we all agree with, man or woman? And the reason I ask that is because I feel like in the last election, I'm not saying this is the reason we lost, but a lot of Democrats, I felt like, struggled siding with Kamala Harris or others in, the case of like, well, I would rather have AOC. Oh no, she's too liberal or she's too progressive. Like, do you think that sometimes we tend to have issues trying to decide in relation to like a leader of the Democratic Party for nominees because of that? Like, oh, this person's too centrist, this person's too progressive to win.
I do think on the left there's more fracturing of people a bit because you've got a very educated group of people, very highly educated group of people, and there's a lot of people who are very educated on certain issues, very focused on certain issues, and very aware of different things. And they probably yes are easier a little bit to splinter. I don't think that it is a front man issue. I don't think that the Democratic Party needs some sort of demagogue figure to get behind. I do think it's helpful when there's somebody at the top rallying. It's not to say that's not helpful. Obama being a good example of someone who can like get people together and do things like that. Sure. But I don't think that that's necessary. I think that what's necessary is what our friend Oslo put out the other day and what I reposted was I really liked his slogan. And I think we need a slogan. And not just a slogan because saying that sounds a little cheesy, but it's like this thing, this feeling that everybody needs to get behind, right? Because we can all be disparate in our little pet projects and different views that we have about different things, but we need that thing because the Republicans can be like that too, but they're all like, make America great again, make America great again. And I'm like, okay, well, we can do that too. Right. And that's why I like the America for all. I like that slogan because I think that it could be something that would bind more of the Democratic Party together. But this is the problem with an educated populace and an educated group of people, such as our Democratic voters on the whole. They're much more inclined to research things and to dive deeper on candidates and to say, oh, you got too much money from Big Pharma, I'm not going to support you. You got too much money from AIPAC, I'm not going to support you. You did this, I'm not going to support you. Whereas a lot of Republican voters, I think, are just like, straight ticket, don't care, straight ticket. You know what I mean?
And that's like, so the reason I'm asking that is because I had a conversation like a little bit ago with like Good Trouble about that as well. And I read 107 Days by Kamala Harris. And I watch her lives a lot. And I was thinking about that because I feel like what we find ourselves doing is a lot of times like people are like, oh, if we have another election, can't have to say that. If we have another election, Newsom would be great because he can appeal to the Republicans. And then people like me are like, no, like we shouldn't have to have a white man to appeal to the other side. We should have someone progressive because that's what Democrats stand for. And like people in the chat were saying, like not going back. And it just kind of pisses me off that like that's the attitude that people have where it's like we have to have this front man, like we have to have someone that can, lead the pack. And I just think that's kind of like a dangerous rhetoric because we always end up falling back to like, no offense, but a cis white man. Like, and people say, well, there's no way that we can have a woman. Like, we're just not there yet. And I'm like, okay, so then we're going to succumb to perpetuating the same issues that we've already been having this whole entire time. Like, that just irritates me. And I wanted your view on that because some people agree and they say, well, it's not worth it. We just need to play it safe. And then others are like, screw it. Like, same thing with Mom Donnie, where people are like, it's not worth it. He's not going to win. Like, he's too progressive. And then he won. And, like, I think that's just a big issue right now, even where I am in the South, that's a problem.
Yeah. I think that, it depends on the race, right? So, like, with Mom Donnie, I was genuinely surprised that he was able to go on to win. Like, I thought that Cuomo had it, not because Cuomo was liked, but because Cuomo had like the establishment behind him. And I'm happy that Mom Donnie won. I think that with Mom Donnie, it's that is an example of the other option that Democrats have, and that I feel a lot of Democrats don't, or that Democrats don't oftentimes tap into, which is the idea of it. I mean, it's not even super serving the base, but just serving the base, like red meat for the base. So all the time, Republicans will do red meat for the base. They'll throw out little treats. Hassan Piker calls it little treats for the base, and it's just stuff like, okay, guys, we're gonna go into all these blue cities. We're gonna beat the shit out of people and deport a bunch of brown people. So yeah, well, that's exactly what the base wants from them, right? So that's a treat, right? And that helps them ignore the fact that things are less affordable and that their quality of life is going down and that their freedoms are being stripped on a regular basis, and that we're basically continuing the same neoconservative policy of the Cheney era. They can focus on the but America first, getting rid of illegals, and so that's a treat, right? Democrats don't like, especially at the national level, they don't ever really do that. And
or it's like more like I feel like also it comes to a thing where you have like single party voters, and Democrats really hone in, like as you said, host, like in regards to the whole person. Oh, this person's who are they funded by? What is their background? And it's like, where do we broach safety versus overall morality, in the sense of if you have a candidate going up against someone like Donald Trump, if they have messed up in their past or their career is not exactly 100% the way that someone or American citizen would be happy, like Kamala Harris, the prison system, that whole situation that people argue about, is it worth not voting at all at the expense of getting someone like Trump? And that was a conversation that I was having the other day in a TikTok live is, okay, yes, I agree on all these things with this host, but Palestine, like, she's not for Palestine, so I'm not going to vote for her because that's a big issue for me, so I'd rather not vote. And that's like where a lot of Democrats have an issue. Where I have an issue is like, okay, is it worth it?
Yeah. I spent so many hours ripping into people on the left before the election. Probably more than red hats. Like the people on the left who occupy a certain I guess a certain area within the left ideologically, and they are willing to engage in I guess sitting out and like anti-electoralism under some guise of like an accelerationist self-righteous thing. It's it pissed me off to no end. There are certain narrow cases where I can just accept it, or I'll like let it slide. So like if they're in like a safe state, so hey, you're a socialist in California, cool, fine, vote for whoever the fuck you want, right? It's gonna go for the Democrat, fine, whatever. Don't care, right? But if you're in a swing state, like suck it up, fall in line. The Republicans have been doing this for generations. These people have been doing it because they understand how power works. And unfortunately, Democrats seem to not. It really seems like they just don't. We just can't get out of our own way. It's like it's pulling teeth trying to get people to the polls. And it's crazy. I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm going crazy sometimes because, the Democrats, compared to the Republicans, it's like, this is not great policy, but this is okay policy versus actual destructive, pure evil, let's go turn a bunch of puppies into pelts. Like, how do you not communicate that to the American people? How is it that the American people are looking at those two options and saying, well, both sides are the same? I understand people are lazy, but it's also incumbent upon the Democrats to message, and they suck at it. And
that, yeah, that's what I was just like, genuinely, like in my state, you can't really slip up like that because our counties are pretty much all red. And then for me, when I would have those conversations, it was like, oh, well, I didn't vote for her because of X. And I'm like, okay, so now I have no right to my own body or bodily autonomy, and my medicine that I survive off of in order to live has now tripled because you decided that it wasn't worth it.
Mads, what state are you in again?
I'm in Oklahoma, sadly, but I move in like 5 months, thank God.
Good. Hey, real quick, I need to say thank you. Thank you to Ketron on the tube. Thank you. The $4.99 super chat. Here's for your liberal tears. Get some tissue. We know liberals don't have jobs. Hopes this helped. And he spelled no, N-O. Thank you. And then also another $4.99 super chat from Ketron. Talk about all the fraud. So soft. And maybe he meant to read it like Trump. Talk about all the fraud. So soft. Because that's the only way that I could read a sentence structure like that. I have no other way. But thank you, Ketron, for the hate super chats. We appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. If you voted for Donald Trump, you should come on up and have a conversation with us. That would be great. But Mads, I understand the frustration. I think that we're all there. I think that there's that, and maybe this will finally be the wake up call that people need. Nemo and I are super similar politically. Like have you ever taken a political compass test?
I'm considered a democratic socialist with mine, and then my father is a constitutional attorney, and he's a lot farther left than me, though.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I like your dad. My girlfriend is a federal attorney. So fuck yeah, let's go. But I say that because I know that we both want a lot of things that are far left of the current Democratic Party, and we all know that our current Democratic Party is like center to the rest of the world, even center right to a lot of other countries in the world. I know that. And we would agree that we want to be to the left of where the Democratic Party is. That's what we want. But we also understand that to make that happen, to get there, unfortunately, because of the way that our electoral system is, and because of the way that things are structured for this two-party system, the only way to do this is to incrementally move things forward and push it to the left by bits and pieces. Unfortunately, it's the only way that it's going to happen, at least for now. That's how we do it. And so the people who want to skip from here to here, as much as I would very much like to do that, I don't think it's going to happen. We have to kind of do these little ticky steps, start here and then just keep moving. And that's what we
So
have
you
to
would
do.
agree that we would need to appeal, would you agree that we would need to appeal to the other side overall? And in order to do that, choose. Okay.
I know.
Just
Let
want to
me-
make sure.
I don't necessarily think we need to appeal to the other side. What I think that we need to do is we need to appeal to Americans, and we need to make them understand that Democrats, although not perfect, are the party that creates more jobs. They're the party that handles the economy better. They're the party that gives you more services and more for your tax dollar. They're the party that can give you tax cuts and improve your life via the government. They're the party that can do all of those things, but we're not doing a good job of having a good and simple way to explain that to a lot of people. I don't look at this as like we need to grab people from the other side and drag them kicking and screaming to vote with us. We just need to make more people understand, like we used to, that this is the party of working class people. This is the party that actually does care on a very visceral level about the people that are in unions, about the working class poor, about all of them. That's who we are. We need to get those people back. And I understand that right now it looks like the other side, but they're just Democrats that have lost their way at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
No, yeah, I agree. I think maybe just because I'm from Oklahoma, for Christ's sakes, but I feel like there is a distinct difference between MAGA and Republican. I was going to say there's a distinct difference, in my opinion, between MAGA and Republicans. And I feel like where I'm at now, I'm just sick and tired of having to prove at all, like trying to get on the same level when it comes to that, because it gets to the point where I'm just done. Like, I'm so frustrated and angry that it's hard for me to sit in a room and, other people on where we are now, we're like, well, you need to have those conversations with them. You need to have those debates. And I'm like, but at what cost? Because I don't feel like anything's getting through. All I feel is ignored. And even when I would do lives with Nemo way, way back, is threats, doxing, crazy shit. So I'm like, is it worth it at this point? Because I can have a conversation with a Republican. What I can't have a conversation with is a MAGA person threatening me, like to, off me or something on the internet. That's where I draw the line. And I'm just like, where do we draw that line now? Because I'm exhausted. Like, I'm just like, okay, I tried my best. You guys voted against everything, and now you're going to fuck me over, and you're fucking yourself over, and I don't care. Like, I don't have any more energy anymore. That's just where I'm at. And maybe that's a wrong place to have or not optimistic, but that's just where I'm at now as a woman and as a person that is not Christian. It irritates me so much.
Yeah. I understand the frustration. I've said so many times that being a leftist is an exercise in, I don't know, being perpetually disappointed. Like, unfortunately, that's kind of how it's been. And people in the chat have said it while we've been talking, that the Democratic Party is center-right. And yes, globally, like compared to other nations, where the Democratic Party is absolutely center-right. Yes, 100%. And the Democratic Party, unfortunately, since Bill Clinton was really the one that kind of locked in this trajectory. He embraced what's called neoliberalism. And because of that embrace, and because of the whole idea of, oh, well, I've got some conservative views and some liberal views, and I'm above the fray, blah blah blah. Unfortunately, what's ended up happening is that a lot of Democratic leadership will just end up I don't know, trying to be Diet Coke Republicans. Chuck Schumer infamously has like a quote about how, oh, well, we'll lose, one left-leaning person and gain 3 moderate voters in wherever. I think that is a strategy from a bygone era. Like, yeah, that probably works whenever we're in a prosperous economy, and the Soviet Union's gone and we don't have any other superpowers, and we're just kind of like, woo, America. Yeah, that probably works then. Like West Wing politics, that probably works then. The idealized form of America that Aaron Sorkin insists on showing us, which I love the West Wing, but it's fantasy. It doesn't exist anymore. We live in House of Cards. Republicans understand that. That's why Republicans are so powerful. That's why they've been able to stay so entrenched in national politics, because your average person does not benefit from Republican policies. I guarantee, like when it comes to Republican policies at the national level, I challenge any Republican to come up here and point out a policy that is pushed by Republicans that tangibly benefits you. And I can more than likely explain to you how it's not actually benefiting you and how Democrats are doing something that would actually help you. Unfortunately, Republicans are just really good at bumper sticker politics because they don't have the burden of nuance. Democrats and the left, unfortunately, have the burden of having to account for so much nuance and so much context and so much additional thought in everything that they say. And it ends up causing almost like a paralysis in the way that they speak. And things become hyper parsed or like very sterile or clinical almost. And that's how you get these politicians that sound almost robotic, right? Hillary Clinton was attacked for that. Like, she just sounds like a robot. Okay, that's not because she's fake. It's because like she went into her thought process on different things before. You can go look at interviews. She is absolutely there, And you don't have to like her, but it's not that she's just playing a character. It's that she is suffering from the same thing that so many people in the Democratic Party and on the left deal with, which is I have to say things in a way that fully accounts for all these different angles while also still giving space to this, and it's really fucking hard. It is the academic side of the left, and it causes a separation from most Americans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
it
go ahead
does.
and drop so you
Hey.
can talk to Q.
That's okay. Mads, I want to tell you, thanks for coming up, and I appreciate having a little bit of this discussion with you, okay? I hope you have a good rest of your night. It was nice to talk to you, okay?
Yeah, I got you up to 80 likes the whole entire time he was talking to help. And then anyone getting affected by the storm, if you're affected by the storm, host, anyone in the chat, please be safe.
Okay, thank you, Mads.
So, yeah,
Appreciate
I'll
it.
drop.
Okay,
Bye.
Thank you, friend. And then real quick, before we
good.
start with Q, thank you to Bruce over on the tube for the $20 super chat. It says, I believe conversation has to start without a complete accusation, and I'm from Oklahoma too. I would love to have a conversation. Bruce, you're welcome to come on over to TikTok here. It's Politics of Matt. Feel free to request on up. We would absolutely have a conversation with you. Thank you very much for the super chat. If you'd like, once again, TikTok, Politics of Matt. Okay, Q, we can invite you to unmute now. Thank you for waiting a moment. You vote for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Humpty Dumpty.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
36, and I'm out of that age time.
What state?
Texas.
Cool. Do you want to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
Greenland is absolutely America first.
Cool. How so?
Well, when you have some slant-eye motherfuckers trying to shoot some missiles over here, we need to shoot them missiles down. So we've got to put our defense as far out as we can. Know what I'm talking about? Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think he understands how this works, Nemo.
Yeah.
How's that not America first? By putting up defenses. Crickets.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Bruce. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Bruce, hi. Are you there?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
I did.
Okay, great. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 43 and I'm in Oklahoma.
Okay. Would you like to discuss one?
How old are you?
I'm 42. I turned 43 this year.
Okay.
Would you like to discuss one of the subjects above or something else that Donald Trump is doing right now?
I'm going to let you pick, man.
Well, although I appreciate that, that's actually really not the way that we do things. The guest chooses the topic. So.
Okay. So I guess I would choose the topic of, why would I vote for him and
what? No,
what he's doing good.
Yeah. So we don't want to. We really don't want to go back and relitigate the election since it's been well over a year. So that's why we do current events. So like what's Donald Trump doing right now? So that's why we have some current events up here, or we can talk about any other things that he's currently doing. That's what we'd like to try to stick on.
Okay, so I want to start with pretty much what he's doing to kind of help. There's some things like the USAID. He's really between him and Elon have helped really eliminate all this extra funding. The idea in the future is to possibly eliminate federal tax. We look at things that he's trying to do with Minnesota. When we look at Nick Shirley, who went in there and he found $9 billion, and it keeps growing. When we look at other states, all this funding that has been stolen from the American government, and then putting tariffs on other countries, trying to save money by eliminating fraud and other things like that. But other people are against it, and I don't understand why.
Okay. Well, should we start with? I guess we can start at the beginning of what you were talking about. Should we talk about Doge?
Sure.
Great. Did Doge save us money, or did Doge cost us money?
When you're talking about Doge, you're talking about going in the USAID and eliminating that, or are you talking about Doge, the actual cryptocurrency?
No, I'm not talking about the cryptocurrency. I'm talking about the government organization tasked with trying to apparently save us money, quote unquote.
Yeah, so we were talking about billions of dollars, like, for example, $2.something billion going over.
Hold on one sec, my friend. It was just a simple question. Did Doge save us money, or did Doge cost us money?
Save us money.
It did?
Hmm?
You sure?
Yeah, it was a slush fund for the Democrats. I mean, it was a big fund that they had put together to actually give to other countries, and the problem is that we don't worry about our country enough.
Well, I think,
and that is a
Bruce,
big issue.
Bruce, I think you may have been misinformed, because in fact, Doge actually is going to cost taxpayers about $135 billion.
Because of?
Because they didn't actually save us money. They're going to cost us money in all of the mistakes that they made and all the different things. And oh, by the way, not sure if you caught this one, but because it just happened this week. Can you read the headline? I don't know if it's big enough for you. I can make it a little bigger for you. Can you read it?
Sure, I can see it.
What does it say?
Well, if I don't have to read it to explain to you, like I can put something on here too. If you would be willing to share it, I can show you several information.
I'd be happy
shows
to.
where we
I'm
actually
sorry.
save money.
So
I mean, you're talking about
yeah.
billions of dollars. I mean,
yeah, no.
hell, we
Hey,
sent
bud,
over
Bruce. Hey, Bruce.
$2.some
Hey,
billion
Bruce.
to
Bruce,
Jordan
calm
for
down.
gender
Bruce. Hey,
studies.
Bruce, calm down for 1 second. I'm literally pointing out to you that not only did Doge not save us money, but Doge employees who got into the SSA, the Social Security Administration, they shared your sensitive data and my sensitive data through a non-secure server. The Trump administration admitted this.
So let me ask you a question. Did the Trump administration actually sue AT&T for sharing our information and our data? Did that happen?
Did they sue AT&T?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Trump administration did. I can tell you that if a private company, if there's a breach, they are absolutely subject to DOJ investigation. Like, yeah, that happens. That
But we're
absolutely
actually
happens.
talking about the USAID, though, and we got into Social Security. How did we get to that? When it really didn't have to do with Social Security when it came to USAID. It was a slush fund for Democrats who actually had billions of dollars that we're sending $2.something billion to Jordan for gender studies. Is that true or no?
No, it's not.
You don't believe that's true?
No, it's not that I don't believe that it's true. It's just not true. You have zero proof to back that up.
Okay, so if I send you links, will you post it?
You can't. There's really no way for you to send me links, but allow me to help you out here. This is from August, basically when Doge stopped operating, and Doge says it saved $160 billion. Those cuts have cost taxpayers $135 billion.
So let
Elon
me ask you
Musk,
something.
Elon Musk's Department
is
of Government
Fox biased?
Efficiency says it saved $160 billion through its push to root out wasteful or fraudulent government spending, but that effort have come for a cost to taxpayers. The new estimate from nonpartisan research and advocacy group estimating that Doge's actions will cost $135 billion this fiscal year. The analysis seeks to tally the costs associated with putting tens of thousands of federal employees on paid leave, rehiring mistakenly fired workers, lost productivity, according to the Partnership for Public Service, a nonpartisan nonprofit that focuses on the federal workforce.
That's great that it's your platform. You can show these things, but
I'm happy to
and
show
let me
you
ask
if you'd like to
something.
give me if you'd like to give me a
Is
source.
Fox News
If
biased?
you'd like to give me absolutely it is. It's insanely biased.
Okay, is Newsmax?
It's even more insanely biased.
Okay, and CBS is not.
What sources would you prefer?
Yeah, what would you like?
Government sources.
Okay, so Matt,
So
if you can go
CBS,
back.
CNN, all those.
Hold on, Bruce. Hold on. Let's go with what you're saying, Matt. If you can go back to the Doge thing about Social Security, right quick.
Sure.
So, this one in particular, the one that relates to Doge employees. So people who were working with Doge or part of Doge. One of them is Big Balls, that guy, who has a record that would normally make him ineligible to administer, I don't know, a fundraiser, let alone something at this level. But so Doge employees shared illegally, they shared information related to Social Security data with entities. We actually don't even know the full extent of what they shared. That is extremely sensitive data that they were not allowed to share, right? But they did anyway. We also, and this isn't just like Axios claiming this isn't the New York Times claiming this or CBS. This is, if you look at the headline on the screen right now, Doge employees may have improperly accessed Social Security data, DOJ says. So the Department of Justice, in a court filing recently, in court, that's subject to perjury, they did, I think it was correcting the record, I think there's a fancy name for it, but it's like correcting the record. They did that in court. They filed something in court and basically said, well, I know that originally we said that Doge people did not have access to Social Security data on this date.
What is the difference between Doge and USAID funding?
Okay. Did you listen to anything I just said, man?
I sure did. That's why I asked you the question, because it seems like you're trying to deflect.
I'm really not. I'm talking about Doge. I'm talking about Doge specifically, right?
I mean, you gotta let me talk too. I mean, I'm
okay. Go ahead.
Here. I'm trying to be respectful, but I mean, when you're talking about USAID funding and $92 million, you're talking about, and that's just scratching the surface.
Cool.
I mean,
how much do you think USAID, like in the year 2024, how much?
92 million.
No, in total. USAID in total for the entire year of 2024, the entire budget for USAID. Don't look it up. I want you to ballpark it. I can tell when you go out of the app, we cannot hear you. You can hear us, we can't hear you. If you can't see our face, we cannot hear you. So, USAID, just give me a rough estimate of what you think the annual budget was in 2024 before all the cuts happened.
We can see when you swipe out of the app, we can't hear you, Bruce. So
can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yes,
you have
we
to
can
be
now.
Here. Now we can't hear you. If you're saying something, we can't hear you. We didn't want you to look anything up. We just want you to talk to us. Yeah. So what's your estimate?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
72 billion in 2024. $72 billion that we put out to other people in other countries. I mean, let's be honest. Is it about time that we actually worry about ourselves for a change?
Okay, cool. So again, 72 billion. We'll just work with your number, okay?
Don't work with my number. Look it up. It's right there, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm also seeing different numbers, so I'm just going to accept your number, so we don't have to squabble over. Well, I see 21.7 billion, 35 billion, or
What if it's
82.3
1
billion,
billion?
depending on how
1
you
billion
want
is
it.
too much.
What?
1 billion, 2 billion, 10 billion is too much.
Why?
That's too much money that we're sending to other places that we're not
Why?
worried about ourselves. Why?
Yeah, why?
Do you think that it is a good process to send $2 billion to another country for gender studies?
That's a reductive way of going about it, but yeah,
That
I
was
think
that was in the bill, so I feel like I'm
Oh,
completely
okay.
fair.
Was it exactly that?
It
or
was
was
in
it
the bill.
something
Yeah,
else?
yeah.
It was
over
it was
2
word
billion.
for word that.
Yep.
Cool.
100%.
Awesome.
Bullshit.
Awesome. Where was it? Show it to us. Show us that they're spending $2 billion on gender studies. Show us.
Can I take control of your actual channel and do that? No, I cannot.
All you have to
Okay,
do.
give us something. We can look up a headline, or like give us part of a headline, and we can look it up in real time.
I'll pull it up for you right now.
While we wait, just gonna. Another reason why I hate MAGA.
That, in fact, this is truth, and then you say something, and you and Democrats,
Bruce.
they do that all the time.
Hey, Bruce.
In fact, this
Hey,
is
Bruce.
true.
Hey, Bruce.
These are the
Bruce.
facts.
Bruce. Calm down. Did you get us a source on your information, please? What's your source? Do you want? What's the article or the government source or whatever it is that you'd like us to look? Oh, he left again. Oh boy.
Oh Lord. Matt Miller said Axios is not a source. I mean, Axios is a pretty solid source, all things considered.
NIH, National Institute of Health.
Okay, cool.
Great.
What should we look up with the NIH? While we wait, thank you to the One Pixie for another blue app. You said that look you give these MAGA is exactly how you became my TikTok crush.
House Resolution 3329.
Interesting.
Okay, so in taxpayer funding of Gender Experimentation Act of 2023.
Huh?
This piece of legislation was first introduced in May of 2023. That is well before Doge was a thing.
And this is just about federal funds in general. This doesn't have anything specifically to do with USAID, nor does it say that $2 billion was being spent on this. I'm very confused, Bruce. What does this bill show?
Sandy, you said, I think Jack Smith should be in charge of the Jeff files. I think that the next Democrat that gets into the White House needs to put him as the Attorney General. Like,
it was the
you get to be AG.
GEA.
Say again?
What?
The GEA funding was $2.6 billion.
The G what?
The Gender Equality and Equity Act. Gender Equity and Equality Act.
Okay.
2023.
Yeah.
Okay. I see something called the Equality Act. Is it HR 15?
And that was just one of many. I mean, this is not even scratching the surface.
This isn't USAID.
Yeah, it was USAID gender funding.
This isn't USAID.
Let me screenshot it.
Okay, I'm just going to read the first sentence of it. This bill prohibits discrimination based on sex, sexual orientation, gender identity with respect to businesses, employment, housing, federally funded programs, and other settings. Yeah, just me skimming this, just the summary of the bill on congress.gov. This is purely a domestic thing. So this has nothing to do with foreign aid.
Want to say thank you real quick on the Blue app. Thank you, Mike. Matt, I'm still waiting for my Doge check. I wonder if Bruce got his. Thank you, Mike. Thank you to Matthew. He says, Matt, I can no longer watch Bruce Lee movies. Thank you for both of you for your Blue app contributions. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kara, as well, for the Blue app. You said, does he know what soft power is? Also, please ask if he knows that this was already approved spending by Congress. Yeah, definitely not. And Matthew, thank you for the Blue app. You said, for taking on Bruce Lee and winning. You know, that's a good point. Does that make me better than Chuck Norris?
So let me ask you something. Do you feel like we have appropriated funds in the past, before Trump, that we have appropriated funds in the past that have really helped America?
Yes.
So you feel like everything, like every Democrat has done funds that have helped America?
I don't even know if that's the same question. You said that. Ask the question again.
Do you feel like America has appropriated funds appropriately as Democrats to help America?
As Democrats to help America.
Yeah, are they for America or are they not?
Are Democrats for America?
Sure. That's the question.
I mean, yeah.
How so?
How so? They represent their constituents. They try to get assistance for their constituents. Some better than others.
There it is. They help getting funding and for their constituents. How do they do that? Well, there are 14 states in America right now that are allowing people, Minnesota's one of them, that allow them to vote based on getting a ID, a driver's license without a social security number.
Okay. I really hope you're not implying that Minnesota allows people to vote in a state election for a federal position without being a citizen.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. You don't even have to have, and there's 14 states, that's just one of them. Sanctuary states.
That's really
they do the same thing.
Man, that's really strange because a 5-second Google search here brings me to the Minnesota government page, and if you click on who can vote, it says to vote you must be a U.S. citizen, at least 18 years old, a resident of Minnesota for 20 days, not currently incarcerated for a felony conviction, not under a court order that revokes your right to vote. That's so weird.
Yeah, but that's the same thing about a Social Security number. It doesn't, though.
It says that you need to be a U.S. citizen, sir.
And you could be considered a U.S. citizen in those 14 states by simply applying for a driver's license. And they're giving it to them.
No.
And if you think about it, what happened in California?
Really?
Well, what happened in California is Nancy Pelosi was almost having to step down. People were leaving California because their rules, the regulations, the taxes were so bad that, give me a second. You got to give me a second.
Oh, sorry.
That their regulations were so bad that people were leaving in droves, so they became a sanctuary state. And they allowed people to come in and giving them driver's license, even though they didn't even have to 100% approve that they had Social Security numbers. They gave them driver's license so they could be able to vote, because American people, the people that were born here, are not going to vote for them.
Okay, so all of that is wrong.
You have to do something. I mean, they wanted them for the votes. That's why they allowed the border to be open.
Everything you just said is wrong.
Just because you say it's wrong doesn't mean it's fact. And that's the thing.
Okay, cool.
Democrats always say, well, fact that this happened. It's not the truth. The truth is that why do you think that they lowered the borders? Why do you think they let a bunch of people in? Because they wanted voters.
That's not how that works.
People aren't really trying to see that.
I'm going to stop you right there. Bruce, can you read on the screen this section of the voter registration application that is number 6?
Can I take over your screen?
Nope.
So I can
I asked you. This is the Minnesota. Hey, bud. Hey, Bruce. Hey, Bruce. This is the Minnesota state government voter application. I want you to read the section that I'm on, number 6. Can you read it, or do you need me to? Which is it?
You are not going to sit here and try to bully me.
I am asking you a question. Bro. I'm not bullying anybody. I'm asking you a question. Can you read it, or do you need me to?
Can you read?
Fantastic. I'll read it for you, since it seems like you've got an issue. Number 6, mark one box and provide the number that applies to you. I have a Minnesota-issued driver's license or Minnesota ID card. Number 2, I do not have a Minnesota-issued driver's license or Minnesota ID card. The last 4 digits of my Social Security number are, and then you have to put them in. Or,
oh my God, do you believe like that could be faked? Oh, that's crazy.
I'm sorry. What part of that could be faked? And then, if that wasn't enough for you, because I feel like we might just need to drive this point home, because quite frankly, my friend, it seems like you need a little extra help with this one. So allow me to pull this up for you as well. So if we then go to the Minnesota driver vehicle services, because apparently that's what they call it in Minnesota. I don't know why you're off the app, because you can't see the thing that I'm trying to explain and show to you. So come back to the app, Bruce. This is the Minnesota Department of Public Safety. When you apply for a Minnesota driver's license or ID card, you are required by federal law to give us your full Social Security number. So that means that if you have that means that if you shut the fuck up, Bruce, I'm talking.
When people buy,
all right, Bruce, that means that if you have a driver's license number, you have to have given them your Social Security number. And if you don't have a driver's license number, they ask for your Social Security number. Literally everything you just said about voting in Minnesota is fucking false, per their own website. It took me 10 seconds to look that up. You have a fucking supercomputer in your fucking hand, and you couldn't be bothered to fucking look that up. Now, I'm going to invite you to unmute. Next time, why don't you look something up before you say something stupid?
Thank you, Redacted, for the blue app. You said, is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Open your eyes. Look up to the skies and see. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy.
Bruce, I invited you to unmute. I can't invite you again, or you can hit the little microphone button with the slash through it. You have to unmute yourself. Bruce, I invited you to unmute again.
It's so easy for people like you to sit there and call people racist.
It's so weird. I didn't call you. It's so weird. I didn't call you racist once. It's so weird that that's what you took away from everything that I just said.
All these people out here.
It's so weird, Bruce. I didn't. It's so weird, Bruce. I didn't call you racist once, Bruce. What I Bruce, I'm not gonna mute you again since you're clearly not intelligent enough to work the mute button. So I'm just gonna point out to you that the only thing that I just said to you was that in Minnesota you need a social security number to vote, and everything you just said about Minnesota and voting was fucking false. I literally Googled that in 10 seconds. I found their official state website.
In 10 seconds,
yep.
You don't know.
Yeah, but you don't know it. But yeah, but you don't know it.
Are Somalians stealing from people?
No,
right now?
do you know who's stealing from people?
No.
White women.
You're telling me Somalians ain't stealing from people right now? Over $9 billion right now. And they didn't need a Social Security. They didn't need none of that. And you're telling me that they don't.
Bruce.
That they have to have a Social Security to vote, but yet they're stealing from people and they're opening up businesses? Are you crazy?
Bruce, here's a fun
Say
stat.
my name.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Bruce. Listen closely. Here's a fun stat for you.
Don't sit here and mute me out of nowhere and sit here and
Nobody muted you.
Insult my intelligence. Hold on. Don't
Nobody
insult my
muted
intelligence.
you. Calm down.
Nowhere.
Calm down. Breathe. Goose Fraba. Midol. Okay? All right.
Man, don't tell me Midol, dude. I ain't no chick.
Okay.
Alpha, not beta, baby.
Fun fact, Midol is literally just Tylenol, caffeine, and aspirin. But okay. So, 90%.
You know where you stand there? Yeah.
90% of Somalis in Minnesota, 90% are U.S. citizens. 90%.
What percent were convicted of actually doing the fraud?
Bruce, I need you to read up here. What does that headline say? Can you read that one for me? And by the way, this is from Fox News, your beloved. I pulled it up here just for you. And I'll read it. I'll just read it to you. It says, Judge clears way for Minnesota welfare fraud ringleader to forfeit Porsche and millions held in accounts. Would you like to see a picture of Amy Bach, the ringleader of... Oh! Whoa! Holy cow, look at her.
Tell me about Tim Waltz then.
Wow.
You support him?
Boy, Nemo, my neck. Holy cow. That fucking killed me. Woo!
Bobbing his head too much.
I'm sorry. Do I support the man that put in more measures to actually stop this fraud and do things about it than anybody else? Absolutely.
Did he put more measures to stop the fraud? But when he got in, he knew about the fraud. And there are people. There's congressional hearings right now.
He knew about the fraud,
If you
and
watch
he
the-
actually
do you
tried to
even
stop
watch
it. If you
congressional hearings?
fucking,
He did not try to
if
stop
you knew
nothing. He
fucking,
actually
oh,
defended
he
it.
did not try to stop nothing. You're fucking wrong. Do you want
He
me to even?
defended it.
Oh, he defended it.
Yes. No, don't show an article. Show congressional hearings. Put it up, the congressional hearings.
How would congressional hearings show what he actually did?
Because he actually says it in the congressional hearing. That's the difference.
What?
You won't show, you'll show an article or whatever you want to present. That's fine. But show
It's
the
not an
congressional hearing.
it's
When
not
he's
an
sitting there and he's
article.
defending people.
Hey, bud, it's not an article. Are you okay?
I'm 100% fine. Show the congressional hearing when he is actually asked the questions and he responds with the answers. You won't show that. Show it. Pull it up, please.
What congressional
But you
hearing?
won't.
And hold
I
on, hey,
guarantee
bud.
you
Hey,
won't.
bud.
I guarantee. I promise
Bruce.
you won't.
Bruce.
I promise you won't.
Bruce. A congressional hearing is hours long. What do you want me to show?
Are you telling me you're not smart enough to click through the actual responses? Like you can see the pictures as they go along?
Holy shit, dude. So what you're telling me is in front of 1,500 people live, you want me to pull up a congressional hearing that is hours long and skim through it on a whim to find something amorphous that is undefined by you?
So what I heard is, Bruce, you don't want me to actually show the truth? You don't want me to actually go through and show what is actually said? Yeah, that's what I heard. But that is why you will not see it. I promise you, you will not show it.
Okay.
I promise you. If you do not show it, it proves my point.
Okay, cool. So, Bruce, I'm going to work with you here because
Please do.
I've been doing reading. There's been some transcripts of congressional hearings that were published not too long ago about this. This has been a long-standing thing. There's this website called Open Secrets, really good for this type of stuff, for tracking just where the money leads back to, right? So there's been a long-standing congressional investigation on the corruption in the Biden family. Okay. Now I say this as somebody who I voted for Joe Biden. But I mean, there's a paper trail now that links Hunter Biden with what looks like the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund. Okay. So like Saudi Arabia.
Burisma.
What?
Burisma.
Well, Burisma is that also, but that's like a separate thing. That's actually small potatoes. So Burisma, that was like 40 million. The Saudi Wealth Fund, like this investigation, it's 2.7 billion. So it's way bigger, right? Like, I mean, I hear you on Burisma, but the real motherlode is in Saudi Arabia, as far as like their ties to Hunter Biden. So basically, Hunter Biden was tasked with going to the Middle East and working with dignitaries there and making deals, ostensibly on behalf of America. It was really for the Bidens, okay? And that happened. There was a massive weapons deal that was approved with the Saudis. So we did a weapons deal with them. $100 billion over, I don't know, like 5 years or something like that. So $100 billion weapons deal that we signed with them. Okay. That all happened during that time. Now, Biden pardons Hunter, and a couple months after Biden left office, Hunter Biden had a shell company that got $2.7 billion from it's basically the sovereign wealth fund for Saudi Arabia. It's like the government's bank account, essentially. So the investment, there are people that are part of the sovereign wealth fund. Their job is to say, hey, this is a sound investment or this is not. They said, hey, this is not actually a sound investment. We shouldn't do it. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia himself, Mohammed bin Salman, he overrode that decision and said, no, put the money there. So they had to. Now, the investigation's been going on into this. Now, I think that is textbook corruption. I think that is corruption so deep that that family should not be anywhere near the White House ever again. So, I mean, like, do we agree on that?
I agree.
Okay. And if, like, I have also said, because it really pissed me off when I found out all this, I would fully support impeaching and removing Joe Biden if he were still president and I knew this information. I would fully support it.
But they didn't.
I know.
Why,
No, I know.
Why did,
I know.
Why did they
I know.
not?
Because this info didn't come out. I'm saying hypothetically, if Biden were still president, I, as somebody who is a Democrat, or well, a Democratic voter who voted for Joe Biden, I would 1,000% support impeaching and removing his ass for those actions. Like,
if we were to rephrase "Make America Great Again" and say "Make America Better," not "Build Back Better," because that was Biden's slogan. If we really focused on like our dialogue, our talking and things like that, and I really appreciate you taking the platform to talk to me. I really do. If we really focused on making America the best it could be, how do we do that? And I feel like it's that's why people attack Trump so much. And is he the best at speaking? Absolutely not.
Okay.
But I do agree that in the most part, he's trying to put tariffs and do things in certain places.
Bruce, can we stick to what I was just talking about?
Go ahead. Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Do you agree with me on my stance of, like, when it comes to that level of corruption being so bad that if Biden were still president, he should be impeached?
Yes and no.
Why no?
I believe that he has been corrupt for so long that Joe Biden has done so many things, but I feel like he was a pawn. I don't feel like he was in his right mind, and they used him in the last election when he became president. I feel like it was unfair to him, and and there's no excuse. I don't believe in any excuse, but I feel like it was very unfair to him because I don't believe cognitively he was in that status. But after he was out of office, then people started agreeing. But I think they should have been agreeing a lot sooner, and maybe he should have been impeached sooner. But I don't think he was treated fairly. I really don't in his election when he was a president.
Okay, so we agree that what I described, which that is the investigation into Hunter Biden related to billions of dollars going into a shell company that Hunter Biden controlled from the Saudi government. We agree that is textbook corruption and that it's not just nepotism. Biden obviously gave preferential treatment to Saudi Arabia because he signed a $100 billion weapons deal with Saudi Arabia while he was president and then pardoned Hunter Biden, right? So gave him cover. So
yeah,
can
but
we agree
I
really just want to stick to that?
I know where the talking argument's going. You like, I don't want you to sit here and say that, Trump had all these business dealings like we were talking about.
I'm not talking. No, dude, I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about Biden.
You're talking about the Red Dragon. Where he had all these.
The Red Dragon. Oh God, damn it, man! Can we, dude? Is it that hard?
just listen for a second. I mean, there was the Red Dragon. It explained all the businesses, the ties, and everything. Joe Biden with Hunter Biden, and I don't want it to be a simple like, do you agree that this was corruption? And then you bring something out that's not even factual to argue against, to be that I want to get you moment for Trump. I mean, do I agree with a lot of Trump? Mostly. I just want America to be the best place it can be.
Oh, for
but I don't.
fuck's sake,
I
dude.
don't want you to sit here and gaslight me on it. You know
I'm
what
not
I mean?
gaslighting you, jackass. I'm not.
Whoa.
But even though
I didn't call you no
even
names,
though you are
man.
operating at 10 miles per hour in a 70, even though you are clearly so far below the minimum operating level of this conversation when it comes to mental acuity, even though that is true, you have
I'm
still
10
somehow,
cents ahead of
like
you,
your,
and you
your
had to call
lizard
me a
brain,
jackass.
the
That's-
basal part of your cerebellum has sniffed out that something is afoot, and you don't want to take an affirmative stance, because if you were to take an affirmative stance, which by the way you already did, so you already fucked yourself.
You tell me you ain't
But if
going
you were to
there,
take an
you're
affirmative
lying.
stance, all of a
You're
sudden
going there.
backpedaling would be really hard. Now, to be clear, Bruce, before you started talking about Red Dragon and all that other crazy ass shit that you went on, you definitely said, "Oh yeah, that is absolutely corruption. That's fucked up. Yes, you should impeach Joe Biden for that."
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you definitely
Go
said that. So, Bruce,
Here it comes.
here it comes. Yes, here it comes, Bruce. Yes, your lizard brain is right. Go ahead and get the back pedal ready. Hunter Biden never did anything like that.
What?
Jared Kushner did.
No, it was even verified. The Hunter laptop was even verified. They called it Russian collusion, and then after it was over,
Okay.
they decided
Holy
it
shit.
was verified.
Stick
You
with
tell
me, Bruce.
That ain't verified.
You know what, Bruce? I'll make a deal with you. We can talk about the Hunter Biden laptop after we get done talking about this. So,
I can tell you about this after I lie to you.
okay, no, definitely not lying. Happy to put money on it.
Oh my god! Hey, son, you gotta get in here. You gotta hear this shit. This.
You've reproduced? Dear
Hey.
God, help us all.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alphas, not betas, by the way. Yeah, you got that American flag. This is you gotta see this shit.
This is very boomer coded right now.
I love it.
I'm embarrassed that this guy's my age, bro. I'm embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed. Yes, you should be embarrassed.
I am. I'm embarrassed that you're my age and this is your mental acuity and this is your thought process. Absolutely, yeah.
No, when you lie to me and you don't present facts.
Oh, you mean like? You mean
Okay.
like, oh, yeah. Okay, bud.
I mean, like,
Hey, you
what,
really had me
what
for
would
a
you
second,
like me?
though. You were really
what
trying to
would
get
you like
me
me to
in,
show
but-
to you?
You were, but go ahead. I need to let Nemo finish. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What would you like me to show to you?
Just finish what you were saying?
Jared Kushner got $2.7 billion from Saudi Arabia at the behest of Mohammed bin Salman, even though the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund said his firm was not a good investment. It did not meet the criteria that they typically look for when they do these investments. Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince of Saudi Arabia, said, "I don't care, put it there." And so
Did
Saudi
Joe
Arabia
Biden say-
put
Let me ask you a
2.7
question,
billion.
though.
Okay, no, hold on. Now we're going to be quiet. Okay, so Saudi Arabia put $2.7 billion into Jared Kushner's firm. This happened months after Donald Trump had left office. Jared Kushner also was the point man for Donald Trump when it came to the Middle East. The whole Abraham Accord shit. That was Jared Kushner. Donald Trump also signed a $100 billion weapons deal with Saudi Arabia. There are pictures with him and Mohammed bin Salman in the Oval Office with charts and everything, sitting there yucking it up. So when you want to sit here and bring up
He got
fucking Burisma,
got a violation.
bring up Burisma. Burisma was 40 million. Let's pretend that the worst allegations, the whole story that the Republicans tried to spin with Hunter Biden and that, let's pretend for a moment it was all true. It's not, but let's pretend that it was. 40 million. 2.7 billion is $2,700 million. It is approximately way the fuck more. And of course, MAGA will giggle and just make noise and go on, bluster their way through a conversation to ignore the fact that they want to sit here and bitch and whine about Hunter Biden and a laptop and ignore Jared Kushner and the Saudis. Not to mention all of the other business dealings that occurred with the Trump family in the first term, not to mention this term, where the wealth of the Trump family has more than tripled, and Donald Trump's wealth himself has more than doubled in 1 year. 1 year. That is fucking crazy. Don't come at me with Nancy Pelosi and insider trading, because even if she did Jordan Belfort levels of insider trading stock market bullshit, she would not have doubled her net worth in a single year. Not in her best year did she ever do that. Don't come at me with, oh, but Nancy Pelosi. Don't give a shit. Do not give a fuck. Mm-hmm. Don't care.
Bruce, you got a violation. You got a violation from TikTok for misinformation. Unfortunately, because of that, I can't bring you back up. If you'd like, in the next live that we do, you're welcome to come back up. But at the moment, I can't bring you back up. Sorry. No, Bruce didn't run away. But he did get a violation, so I had to remove him. So, sorry, Bruce. We're all real sorry about that. Guys, we got 1,500 people here on the TikTok side, on the tube. We got about 100 people over there. Thank you for being here with Nemo and I. We appreciate it. We're glad you guys are here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hop in the box. We're going to bring up our next Trump supporter. Would appreciate if you do a couple of things for us. Please make sure you're following my main account and my backup account. This is Nemo's main account. Click through, follow all of his backup accounts. Help out with both the live gift goal and with Nemo over here. Both of those things help us stay on the FYP, and we appreciate you doing both for each of us. Thank you. If you want to offer additional support, you can do links in our bios, links in the description over on the tube. You can also do super chats on the tube if you are so inclined. Lastly, join Nemo's Discord. You can find a link in his bio. Yeah, fantastic. Support the host afraid to Montana. You can just request up. We'll bring you up if you want. You're not in the request box. So, guys,
thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as you can see, a couple of friendlies in the box right now, guys. We just want Trump supporters at the moment, but thank you.
Thank you, James, for the other blue app, the other blue app. Thank you for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's see what we got here.
Harry's the coolest. Says you want to talk about NW. Hunter
Hi,
Biden's net worth. Oh,
it's okay. Engineering my limit. Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump?
No, I did not. I just wanted to congratulate the both of you on putting up with that for as long as you did. I almost tuned out halfway through that. I honestly, I think I had a bit of an aneurysm. I got a brain bleed going on after hearing all of that for the last half hour.
Fair enough, friend. Fair enough. Well, we appreciate you. We're going to see if we've got any Trump supporters waiting for us. Okay, but thank you, man. All right.
Good luck,
all right.
and I wish you all the cheapest of aspirin for the end of this.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
Have a good one. Oh, that was
It
funny.
was painful. Dude was too dumb to even get him to answer basic questions. I couldn't even set him up. It's like having a T-ball, putting the ball there, handing him the bat, and then he just proceeds to break dance or something.
Heidi, hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Heidi, hello? Okay, bye, Heidi. I mean, it was like... Everyone was like, we were all waiting. Everyone was just waiting for the end of that. That was hilarious.
Yep. He definitely occupies the bless your heart area of the IQ bell curve.
Oh boy.
Harry's the coolest. You said you want to talk about net worth. Hunter Biden's net worth 10x, Kushner 2x, big difference. I mean, depends on how much we're talking about. Kushner's net worth doubling if he is a billionaire compared to Hunter Biden, who is not a billionaire, 10xing, and Hunter Biden still at the end of that not being a billionaire. I don't know. Like, if you're about to tell me that Hunter Biden had 10 grand and it became 100 grand, is that fucked up? Yeah. Is that on the same level as Jared Kushner getting $2.7 billion from the Saudi government? I think not.
I think not. Not even a little bit. Not even in the slightest. But thank you to Luna and to Joanne. Thank you for the gifts over on the tube. Appreciate that, you guys. Appreciate you guys being here. Karina said, "I'm stoned half asleep playing a game as I pretend to listen, and I got it right off the bat." Yeah, I mean, you guys are all. This is a really smart. This is a very fucking smart audience. You guys are on the ball. Like, I honestly, when I can catch the chat, I'm like, this is a group. This is a smart group of people. So, I know who we've got listening. You guys. So I'm not surprised that you guys obviously caught it right away. Oh, Ryan. Oh. No. But no, Ryan. Oh, Ryan. Yeah, Stevie Wonder saw it coming. Yeah, he did.
The cat in the chat says, "You have listeners?" No. We have comrades.
Absolutely. My hammer and sickle are out in the garage. Wasn't that Colton guy the same as cancel culture? You guys, so funny. You guys keep conflating that guy Colton with different other random ops. Is he cancel culture? Is he that other guy Trad who's gone up on Johnny's? I know a bunch. Fuck. Have you ever talked with that guy Trad with Johnny?
Trad?
Yeah, traditional American.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's on with Johnny a lot. That guy. He on with Johnny a whole fucking lot. So look who it is. It's the British. It's really early. Why are you up?
I have some work to do before I go to work.
Oh.
I have to tell you something about Trad.
Oh, okay. What's that?
If I can. So Trad used to come on to Ethan Bombs Live, but at the time his name was Abel. And for about 6 months, he pretended that he was a Democrat that he'd been talked around by like left wing or liberal TikTok creators. Pretended this for about 6 months, and then a couple of times he got caught on other people's lives being all Trumpery. And he pretended. He then came up on Ethan's live pretending to be his own father, saying that he'd unalived himself because they were being so horrible to him.
What?
It's true. Ask Ethan Bomb if you do not believe me.
No. It's not that I don't believe you, but like, what the fuck?
He's psychotic. He's off the charts.
Okay.
I do feel like that is pretty common with MAGA. Like, not all of them, not even like the majority of them, but I would say like a solid 10, maybe 20%. 20 might be pushing it, but a solid 10% of all MAGA currently are people who have some type of undiagnosed psychological issue. Which I'm not saying that in like a, oh, you're stupid kind of way. I'm saying that in a, you probably need to be on lithium or something along those lines. You have some type of schizoaffective disorder. I genuinely believe that. Whenever you look at things like QAnon and all of the things that branched out from that, especially whenever it came to like, 2020, all of the different theories that sprang up after Donald Trump got his ass kicked by a geriatric in 2020. There were so many people who were spinning up these cuckoo conspiracy theories about like, oh, well, I remember vividly one guy, I'll find the video. It'll take me a minute. I'll find the damn video. There was a guy sitting in his car, standard MAGA chud, sitting here saying, you find it weird that the U.S. Navy is lined up along the East Coast and the West Coast? They're lined up. Right now, they're lined up. That's proof that on Inauguration Day, they're going to take custody. It's the fucking U.S. Navy. No shit, they're going to be on the East and West Coast. Where the fuck else would they be? But for real, it was stuff like that. These people, not to mention all the televangelist pastors, holy God, they're still doing it. They're still doing Cuckoo Land sermons. Like that was it. Hank Kuhneman, Kenneth Copeland.
Oh my God, Kenneth Copeland.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember some of the other names. Those two, I remember them. And what's his face? The guy from Tennessee. That's it. Yep. Thank you, Komodo. Greg Locke.
Oh, that guy.
That guy who is running on pure blow and being a leprechaun. He is riding the lightning whenever he does sermons. Yeah.
Block is back there with the white stuff, and he's like pounding monsters before he goes out for his sermons. That's like he's hitting it. By the way, I have to go. I missed one from earlier. Thank you, the one Pixie on the Blue app for the previous guest. Maybe Bruce should give the phone to his nurse. It's his bedtime. He can't stay on track. He was fucking all over the place. Thank you very much. the one pixie. But yeah, dude, Greg Locke, that guy he's Don. He's like Don Jr. Like I bet he and Don are buds, if you know what I mean.
100%. 100%.
They go skiing together.
Greg Locke is genuinely insane. Just, yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely got some kind of habit.
Wasn't it only a couple of months ago that for the second time within the last year, they said that we were all going to get, I can't remember the word, begins with an R, like Jesus was going to return to earth. The four
Raptured.
horsemen,
Raptured.
Raptured,
Yeah.
there we go. The four horsemen of the apocalypse were going to turn up, and they were all in their homes, like sticking post-it notes on things for the people that didn't get raptured, to, make sure they had access to a Bible.
Yeah, like that woman, Erica, didn't we shared some videos back and forth. There was like a woman who literally, she like left a stack of Bibles and notes with verses and different things. Like, oh, that was some crazy shit. That was some crazy shit.
For a good 2 weeks. I mean, normally Matt and I back and forth share political videos and videos of Dachshunds. That's like our entire thing, everything that we share with each other on TikTok. But for 2 solid weeks, it was all unhinged videos of people that were saying they were getting raptured. And then for a solid week after that, it was videos saying, well, it wasn't this week, but it's going to be soon.
Yeah, what I remember is the day after, there was some guy who we had been talking to in the run-up to it, and, came and went. We were talking to him again. He said, well, the rapture started yesterday. It didn't end yesterday, but it started, okay? Like, dude, the cope, man. The cope. Holy shit. The goalposts. These people are doing Jehovah's Witness level. Oh, wait, never mind. It's not stay alive till 75. It's anybody born or thought of in any way, shape, or form between this year and this year, or their great-great-great-grandchildren also. They are the last people to live. I found that video. This is
Oh
man.
my God. Okay.
Oh, this is.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh boy.
Oh, this is pure nostalgia right here.
All right.
Here
we go.
If just while we're waiting for this, if this happens again, can we all just make a pact together that we'll each go out and buy 3 or 4 blow-up dolls and some helium? Because I need that to happen. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperation.
Okay.
All right.
From north all the way to south, there's naval ships. That's why all in this region right here, there's so many aircraft, it's like you can't even see through it when you look at the radar. That's why the military is standing up all across this region. They will take control tomorrow. And then all the evidence of the fraud will show that Trump won overwhelmingly. And then probably, from what I've heard, in March, he will be the 19th president of the United States. The last time we had an actual president of this country was Ulysses S. Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant. They
Of course,
always
he's the
say
18th
it.
president. So
Oh my
Trump
God.
will be the 19th president of the United States.
That's the level that these people are at. That's why I'm saying, like, a solid 10% of MAGA. There is some type of, I mean, I'm not going to say literally schizophrenia, but like, something kind of like that where, you have some type of paranoid fantasy thing going on.
Mango, hi, I'll invite you to meet. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Mango. Are you there? I invited you to mute. Okay, that was maybe a mistake. Let's see what else we got here. Barton? Is that it? Hi, did you vote for Donald Trump? Hello? Barton? No. Okay.
I think it said Paxton.
Oh, Paxton? Oh, maybe that's why.
But it's in that weird, kind of Third Reich font, which is very tricky to read.
It was very strange. James, you're not a Trump supporter, are you? You're friendly.
No.
Oh.
No. Fuck no.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, God no. I just want to 5 seconds of your time, just basically say to you, I will send you a private message. We'll communicate. I need a drop-off spot. I'm gonna send you and Nemo a pair of flannel shirts, basically, what we spoke about the other night. On me, I'm gonna direct you guys. I'm gonna give you guys a pair of shirts, flannel shirts each, and you're gonna wear your live, and it's gonna be the best live ever. On me, I just need the coordinates, and we'll work that out. I'm not gonna keep your live going and my bullshit, but that's what we're gonna do.
All right, you know what? That's very kind of you, James. You know what? I'll accept your kindness. I enjoy a good flannel shirt. I'm a New Englander, so
Matt, Nemo is gonna entice the people to come out and make fun of you. It's gonna be a golden show. I'll speak to you tomorrow. I'll give you my email, whatever, and I don't expect you to give me your personal address. I drop off spot and whatever. And you know what I mean? Like we'll work it out.
I'll work it out. It'll be fine, James. I appreciate.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
You're fine. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Cheers. Thanks a lot, guys. You guys are awesome, and fuck the orange bastard, man. Love what you guys are doing.
Thank you, James.
Love it.
Hell yeah.
All right, bro.
Love it.
All
you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Cheers.
All right, James, have a good one. W's for our friend James, who apparently James wants to see us in some flannels. I mean,
You got to give the people what they want, Matthew.
I couldn't quite tell. I was confused there for a sec. At first, I thought he was Canadian because the way he was saying about. But then at the end there, I think he's Irish. James, are you Irish and you moved to Canada?
He could be from Newfoundland because a lot of people from Newfoundland sound kind of Irish.
Oh wait, he's coming back. All right, now we're gonna. All right, tell us, James. Tell us.
I'm Canadian.
All right.
I'm from Montreal, Quebec. I'm born and raised in Montreal. I have lots of respect for Americans. I truly do. Listen, I'm equal, right? I guess the brother or / sister company of, not the company, country of you guys, right? We're friends, right? We're friends. Lots of respect. I just don't agree with the politics that's going on, and this is why I listen to your show. And I hear both sides, and the other side makes no sense to me. So we're living in scary times, and you guys, I truly believe what you guys are doing. You're redirecting people to just be a human. Like, fuck, enough of this bullshit, right? Like, it's scary, man. It's very, very scary time. Like we laugh, we have a good laugh every night on your show, but like realistically, like you have if I may say to your audience, you have a daughter. I've heard your show numerous times.
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah.
I also have the same age. I'm not gonna broadcast your information. Same age, exact same thing. And it's scary. The future and owning a business and similar lifestyle to you, and it's scary. And I wouldn't say you guys are preaching to the people what but your beliefs, and like you're not preaching. You're basically trying to educate people, having some fun with it, a couple of laughs. It's scary times, man. And you guys do your due diligence, your homework, and you guys are very, very knowledgeable, and it's educating people as well. Just be a human, like just fucking, like.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I really appreciate the kind words, and I hope that I hope that people find it informative and maybe a little bit entertaining. A little entertaining is never bad.
It truly is. It truly is.
I just want to tell you, by the way, I had my first time in Montreal this past July for my birthday, and I absolutely loved it. I had an absolute fucking blast, and I think that city is just all kinds of phenomenal, and so I just think it's wonderful, and I've even been
respect, brother.
Talking about going up to Mount Tremblant to do some skiing. Had a sandwich at Schwartz's Deli. I mean, it did all the things, but like
iconic Schwartz's, yeah.
It's a great city. I think, and it reminded me a lot of other European cities and a bit of Boston in a certain way and different things like that. So
and I've been out your area as well for hockey tournaments. As growing up as a kid, I'm 49. Just to get into perspective, I'm 49 years old, and growing up, I played many hockey tournaments in Massachusetts. I've been out in Nemo's way, and I've done that all. And as an adult, I've gone to New York, I've gone to Vegas. I love you guys, man. Like I truly do. But I'm going back to the olden days, like 8 years ago, 12 years ago, 6. If you take presidential years. The normal times, it's just been a sick world in the last. Yeah. So what you guys are doing, it's entertaining, but down deep, it's funny. We get a laugh, but it's scary. Like it's.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know, man. It's nothing makes sense to me right now. Nothing makes sense.
Well, it's rough times, but the last thing I'll leave you with, James, is that we just want you guys, I think, to remember that the majority of us feel the same way that you feel, and there's the camaraderie and the kinship between all of us, and we're gonna get past this, and we're gonna get back to being the real friends that we all are. So we'll get back.
Absolutely,
we'll get back to
I love you guys. We're mutual. We're the same. We're the same.
For sure.
Love you guys.
All right, same, James. Thank
USA,
you.
Buddy.
You have a great
USA.
one.
Let's go.
All right,
you
thanks,
too, bud.
All right. Hey, W's for James. All right, this I could do for a little feel good. Let's do it. All right. They are a lot more polite than we are. Absolutely, that's true.
I feel like we were closer to adding Canada to the United States in that conversation than whatever the fuck Donald Trump's been doing for the last year. I'm just saying, all these the MAGA chuds, the America First imperialist, whatever the was it the American Technate, whatever, the Curtis Yarvin cultist chuckle fucks.
Yeah.
Listen. Just put us in there. Throw some money our way. Put us in the White House. We'll get you Canada. Won't fire a shot. We're just gonna go talk to him. Hey guys, how you doing?
if they send an envoy, honestly, if they sent an envoy of New Englanders, if they sent us, if they were like, all right, like we're gonna let the liberals have a go at it, and they sent a bunch of New England progressives up there, we'd have them like fucking like that. We'd be like, hey, like, you know what we do? We play hockey. We tap our trees. We do maple syrup. And we do all that shit. Let's go. Like, come on. Like, we could have it. We could make it work. But you know, they won't ever talk to us. Yes, I know, guys. I know that we're not for real. But we'd also have to have fucking universal health care and a bunch of other shit that we don't have now. So let's just pretend like we got to that point. Then we could think about the next step. I still think one day we might reach some sort of a thing in the Americas that is similar to the EU. I think that could happen one day if we're able to reverse the shit that's happening right now, which still all remains to be seen. But were that to happen, I could see a day where we had our own, version of that over here. I could see that, but not anytime soon.
That would make a ton of sense. Yeah. Like it would make a lot of sense. Just as far as the economies between the two countries, somewhat shared culture, freedom of movement, all that good stuff. I mean, I guess you could also say national security, mostly for Canada, but that's not even really that, because we're going to protect Canada regardless because Alaska's there. So, but either way, like, it would make a ton of sense diplomatically for us to do that, to enter into like an American, like a North American Union or whatever.
Yeah.
And I feel like we were on track to do that with, NAFTA was kind of, that was the free trade aspect, but there were aspects of that. But Republicans are fucking weird, can't have nice things. So yeah, that's not happening.
It's probably not happening. But it would make sense. And yes, everyone obviously it would need to not have anything to do with the current administration or what's happening right now. Or obviously we'd need to be in a very different. This is just talking about wishful thinking down the road. So, yeah. So
yeah, it's a different world, in another timeline. Like in that same timeline, the EU, number one, the UK would not have left. Number two, the EU would more than likely have continued its steady slog towards like a super state, like a federated situation.
Yes, I've noticed that Bruce is back in the chat and he's not happy. Bruce, it's okay, bud. We get it, but you can come back. You can come back another night and have a conversation with us. Like it'll be okay, bud. Just not tonight because you got a violation. So sorry, but not sorry. But we're sorry. Yeah.
I'd like to say on that previous thing, don't blame me. I voted the way that all the sensible people voted in that referendum.
Yeah.
Ah, boy. Isn't it great when we get a bunch of people, stupid people voting together?
Yeah.
Define great.
Not great.
I think it's referred to as the Chinese curse. May you live in interesting times. I don't know about y'all, but I'm done living in these Tom Clancy, Jack Reacher-esque fucking novels. No more of these. No more. No. Was it Vince Flynn? Is that the other one?
Was it
American Assassin? Is that? I can't remember if it's whatever. Daniel Flynn, I think might be his name. Anyway, those people. None of that. Okay, like I'm done with it. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. I want boring. Back to the like fucking Obama administration for 8 years, where like, you know, Republicans would whine about tan suits, and I wouldn't have to worry about waking up and seeing insane shit.
I feel like when I was a child, my grandparents were regaling me with stories of World War II and the Blitz spirit and how everybody came together and la 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 la. And the kids growing up now, they're going to be saying, Grandpa, was Donald Trump really as unhinged as they said he was?
I'm really gonna have to. I mean, at least we have so much. Like, there's so much more. Like, we have social media, and we have so many. Like, we can really just like really lay it out for them, you know. So, yeah. Because goddamn, it's gonna be so hard to explain this time to someone who wasn't really here. I don't think they're gonna be able to do a really good job of accurately capturing it. You know what I mean?
I think they will, because they have all these videos of people's first-hand experience of this time. So I think they're going to be able to capture the craziness better than anything has ever been captured previously.
By the way, I saw it go by in the comments. Someone asked about the Grant thing. It's a QAnon. I think it's they were the ones who, this is like their conspiracy. Yeah. Isn't it them? They consider Grant to be the last legitimate president of the United States. And Nemo, correct me if I'm wrong, the reasoning was because of the Great Compromise that they consider it's like something like that's he's not legitimate. Like, I forget what the whole argument is. You know, the first time the first person who ever told me this, by the way, was Hoodlum. Just FYI.
That is very on brand for Hoodlum.
Right.
I've heard similar crazy shit from him, so that's exactly what Hoodlum would say. I can't remember what it is about Grant specifically. I think you're right that it is related to like something, but like wasn't the was it called the Great Compromise? That was
no, I don't think it was
because that was Hayes, right?
Well, yeah, because so he was the next president after Grant. So he would have been the one. So that's why they say that Grant was the last one. Also, Heyo says in the chat, didn't Hoodlum say it has something to do with the Organic Act and the country becoming a corporation? I think it also had something to do with that. But I thought that I thought the Organic Act came later after Grant. But now I'm questioning myself. I don't know. I can't keep track of this shit.
The Organic Act is like 1881, 1882, somewhere around there. But I I've spoken to the people who say that the Organic Act made the United States a corporation when it specifically talks about Washington,
Washington,
DC.
D.C., yeah.
And it's not using the word corporation in the sense of a company. It's using a corporation in the sense of like the Corporation of London. Corporation as a word, the etymology of the word corporation is it's people coming together to do something. It then later became a word that became synonymous with like huge companies, but it really means a group of people coming together to do something. So for example, the Corporation of London is like a city council really kind of situation.
Right, and that obviously makes, in that context, it makes a lot more sense. By the way, it was 1871. I just looked it up, and so since Grant was elected in the election of 68, because that was Johnson, and Grant presided over the end of the rest of Reconstruction. So Grant is elected in 68. And then he serves 2 terms. So they're saying that because of the Organic Act in 1871, he was the last real or legitimate president of the United States. That's their Kool-Aid. So I guess that's what it is. So yeah.
Okay.
Also, by the way, thank you, James. Thank you, James, for poking the PP over there. Did not have to do that, but appreciate you, James. Anyways, thank you, my friend. Very, very kind of you. Does that make more sense? I think, Nemo, then in context of like the time and that, like everything, that those pieces at least fit together, right? I think.
Yeah. I tried looking it up, and yeah, it's basically what we'd all just described it. Oh god, these people are fucking crazy. Oh my god. Like, you can tell that there's a segment of these people that, you know, if they're not spinning legitimate delusion, they're spinning some political fiction, and it's because they've got the itch. They are writers. They suck at it, but they're writers, and they want to write. They want to make a story, okay? And this is why we gotta nurture the fucking arts, people, so these people can go on to write books and have middling success with it, okay? Because whenever we deny artists the ability to share their art, bad things happen. Look at history. Okay. No, I wasn't talking about Mustache Man. I was talking about George W. fucking Bush. Also someone who does art. I'm just saying it's a pattern.
Nemo is saying we need more indie televisions writing terrible books on Amazon Unlimited.
Exactly. Yeah. I was so woke that I extended a career to MAGA. That's how woke I was just then. That was beyond horseshoe theory. That was some like interstellar going around a fucking black hole, and you see the back of your head from the light bending around it because of gravitational interference. Yeah. I did it just then.
And some Hans Zimmer shit right there. Oh my god. I don't know. Do we have any other? 1,100 people here. We have any other Trump supporters left? This is ridiculous. Also, Erica, Tammy mentioned me earlier that when she was in Boston with her daughter. By the way, this is a Celtics shirt, and that her daughter kept correcting the name to Celtics, saying, "No, Mom, it's Celtics." And I was like, and she said no, it's like Celtics, like an S sound, which I find funny given our conversation the other day. So
Yeah, we literally, because Glasgow, one of the Catholic football team in Glasgow we had a whole conversation about Catholic and Protestant football teams, right?
yes, we
Like,
did.
and the colours associated with them and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, the Glasgow's football team are called Celtic. So yeah, sometimes that word is a hard k, sometimes it's a sound. Yeah.
It made me feel a little bit better, you guys, because I just assumed that that it was just the Irish in Boston who were just butchering it, and I was like, oh no, there's some okay, all right, cool. So that it definitely eased the blow there. But the really cool thing that came out of that conversation was I had no idea about the Catholic Protestant soccer clubs, like that whole thing, Erica. I thought was really cool. Nima, did you know about that? Is that a thing that you're aware of in the UK?
No.
Do you mind explaining it real quick, Erica? I mean, I don't know how much time you got or how much work you're doing there, but do you mind explaining it?
Yeah. So many of the big cities would have so the start of football in the Football League in the UK was companies and things like churches would start their own football team. And many of them that are now the big teams came from church organizations. And so you would have like Catholic Church football teams and Protestant Church of England football teams. So if you think about Manchester, for example, the two big teams are Manchester United and Manchester City. Manchester United is the Protestant football team and Manchester City is the Catholic football team. If you think about famous followers of Manchester City, the Gallagher brothers from Oasis, both of Irish Catholic stock, follow Manchester City because it's the Catholic football team from Manchester. Liverpool Football Club is a Catholic football team and Everton is Protestant. Scotland is the same. Glasgow Rangers are Protestant. Glasgow Celtic are Catholic. But then if you go to London, because London was so big and diverse, Tottenham Hotspur, Jewish football team. One of their the nicknames for Tottenham Hotspur football team is actually a slur for Jewish people, beginning with a Y. And they will happily call themselves that, and other people will call them that in relation to football alone.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't actually know that particular slur. I'm gonna have to look it up.
I think is Matt going to text it to you?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's.
Oh.
Yeah, you got it. Oh,
3 letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Often with an S on the end of it to talk about the whole team. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a slur. Okay. Well, damn.
Anyways, I found that to be just supremely interesting, and had no clue, just no clue that was the genesis for some or some or all of the football clubs in the UK. I was like, holy shit, that's just wild. So anyways, I love finding out neat little facts like that. So I thought you'd appreciate it too.
And I'm a great one for weird information. And because I knew that it was true about some football teams, I then went down this whole rabbit hole of which football team is related. It has like a sectarian element to it. And in big cities, the fact is most of them will have two teams, one of which is Catholic and one of which is Protestant. But people don't think about that so much now. But because football affiliation often comes down through your family, you then, you know, have that affiliation with that team that relates to religion.
Yeah, I mean,
I
get it.
just want to say it's not true for all football teams, and some football teams got adopted by particular communities even though they weren't started by them. So Tottenham wasn't started as a Jewish club, but because North London has a large, Northeast London specifically has a quite a large Jewish population, they were adopted by the Jewish community.
Well, anyways, I don't know. Maybe you guys didn't find it as interesting as I did, but I thought it was super fucking cool. So, also in New England, there's a lot of that kind of plays in, like a lot of the sports clubs and the teams and different things like that would fall into one of those two categories. Same type of a thing. And there's a definite delineation between, you know, Protestants and Catholics, and that the same deal. So, you know, get it. Bruce is back in the chat and putting links. I can't copy links out of the chat, genius. Apparently you don't know how TikTok works, but okay. Yeah, TikTok Studio is funny like that, you guys.
So, I do have to say, Trump backing down on the Greenland thing is very funny. Now, I mean, I'm glad that he did. It is very funny. I'm pretty sure that he was taken into a room and things were explained to him in a very polite, doting, simplistic way with pictures and maybe some charades thrown in about how monumentally fucked the United States would be if it decided to actually try to go to war with Europe. Because the Americans took over for the British whenever it came to the colonization and, you know, running the world thing, except for one key thing, which was a lot of the bank finance side of things. We might be the world reserve currency, but dear God, the amount of money that flows through London to this day in the Western world, like, there's a reason that London is still relevant even after the UK was kicked out of the EU. Like, there is a reason. That's a lot of money. A lot of money flows through there.
It's a shitload of money, dude. In terms of finance, that's not even touching the fact then that the trade deal with South America, while it can't completely compensate for everything with the United States, is a real boon for the EU. It would make up for a lot. There's that. But then also, one thing that Eric and I talked about, and then I brought it up the other day, is the treasuries that are held. And if they start threatening to sell off those treasuries, Donald Trump doesn't like interest rates now. Get fucking ready. And don't think that they won't do that shit. Like, I honestly think, Nemo, my thought is that it was less about, I think it was less about that and more about the financial stuff. The stock market taking that dive, and then he's like, whoa, hey. guys, whoa. We're all friends here. Let's work something out. He's just so fucking transparent. It's like, Jesus Christ, you can read him like a fucking book. Like stock market go down, Trump back off from threat.
Yeah. Now, some people are saying that he kind of planned on that, and so this was like a way of basically he tipped off some of his buddies to short the market or whatever, or that they could just buy the dip, either one. I mean, maybe, but I feel like at some point we start assigning a level of intelligence to people that is unearned, like people will talk about Mustache Man and he was insane, but also he had all these ideas and shit. No, he was crazy. Like, was he smarter than Trump? Yes. You can tell by the way that he spoke in his writing, but was he intelligent? Like, was he strategic? No. Holy shit, no. So I feel like we have a habit of assigning more intelligence to people in positions of power than what they actually deserve. So I do think that it was really just, hey, the stock market took a dump, and all of a sudden Trump got a few phone calls, and I mean, to your point about the treasury bonds, they may have had to explain it to him.
I think you're right. I know that one took some fucking pictures. They were like,
yeah, like to put it in perspective, we especially last year, we would hear all the time about how, well, China owns America because they make everything, but also they have so much of our debt. So much of our debt is owned by China. Does China own a lot of our debt? Yes. Do they own the majority of it? Not even close. No. For the longest time, and I mean, this is still true, Japan has the most U.S. Treasury bonds, like the most U.S. debt. They hold it, and it's some crazy number. China hasn't held anything close to that for, I mean, like 10 years at this point. So to put it in perspective, I think, and I'm spitballing, I'm going off the top of my head here, I think that Japan has 1.7 trillion in U.S. Treasury bonds, roughly. China, I think it's like 700 billion or 600 billion. They've been steadily offloading.
Yeah,
So
I looked this up the other day, Nemo, because I have a whole chart from the U.S. Treasury about how much everybody owned. I think Japan's about 1.4 trillion at this point, but the UK is like hovering around 900 billion, and China is about 600.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
I'm seeing that too.
So, I had to look this up because whenever people would fearmonger about, oh, they own all our debt, they never brought up Europe, because you never assume that shit's going down with Europe and us, right? Like, oh, the big bad guys, it's over there, it's China. So I looked it up, okay? If you add up U.S. Treasury bonds owned by the UK and the EU, it's 3 trillion. 3 trillion. Now, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, they all said, "Hey, we can just dump ours, you know? if you really want to be a shithead about this, we could just dump ours. And then France said, yeah, we can dump ours too. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah. And then everybody else kind of said, yeah. I don't think that Starmer actually mentioned anything about dumping, but the rest of them did. They were like, yeah, no, that's always an option. Yeah, like, you want to talk about nukes? People think, what, nuclear weapons? That's the end? No. Dumping treasury bonds. That's the end of the world as we know it.
Yeah. Fortune did an article on this about 4 or 5 days ago, and they said that Europe owns $8 trillion in US equities and bonds. This is a chart from the Treasury Department of all the foreign held bonds and how much they're worth.
That looks
But
like
it's teeny tiny.
yeah, and that looks like through this is through November of this past year, so pretty up to date, pretty close.
Yeah.
41. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of collective people there who could put some hurt on us in a major way. I don't think you guys understand what would happen if countries started offloading bonds and treasury yields shot up, what would happen to interest rates and how that would work out for us.
Yeah. People may have noticed that in the last few days, gold hit an all-time high. That's why. So, U.S. Treasury bonds, that is essentially like, the U.S. is considered the default, the safe investment, right? It's like, well, they're always going to be around. Whatever, fine. Even if World War pops up, they're going to be around. It's okay. Put our money in the U.S. That's the idea. That was the whole idea behind going off the gold standard, going on to us being the world reserve currency. That's what that was, okay? It's all based on faith. It's all simply saying, hey, the U.S. is probably a safe investment because they will be around even if the shit hits the fan. That's the idea. Now, if a lot of countries stop believing that all at once and start getting rid of their treasury bonds, so essentially their IOUs, if they start dumping those and saying, hey, America, we've been holding on to your IOUs for a while because we trust you. We don't trust you anymore. Your IOUs mean shit. Well, people start to freak out, and gold becomes very valuable. That's why gold hit an all-time high recently. I also looked up the amount of trade between the U.S. and the EU. Again, part of this is I didn't consider the EU as a single entity. So top trading partners, normally with the US, Canada, Mexico, China, right? Generally, that's how that works. Those are your top three in whatever order. But if you count the EU as one big thing, they are by far our number one trading partner by like a lot. And if they were to just cut trade, because we also run deficits with them. So like if they were to cut trade, the Great Depression would, that'd be the good old days.
Our friend Bruce down in the chat, that's Bruce, bud. there have been 170 different U.S. citizens that have been arrested and or detained by ICE, and we've already had a couple of them that have been deported illegally, including one to Laos. Actually, that was one. Also, I want to point something out. I want to teach you guys. I want to teach you guys a little something right now. I'm going to show you a little something for all of you wondering. I want to know how the sausage is made. If you're using TikTok Studio, okay, if you're using TikTok Studio, your screen looks like this. This is your chat. If you click on a chat like this dummy right here, right? There's nothing that you can do. You can't copy it. You can't select the text. And if you right-click on it, there's no option to copy. None. No option to do so. That's why when we say we can't copy links out of the chat, it's because we can't copy links out of the chat. Literally. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
The timing of you saying you want to see how the sausage is made as you bring me up I felt for a moment like somehow like what is happening here? I feel like I'm about to be attacked.
Well, I mean, we had to fit it in for you. The birthday boy. Can we all?
I mean, $20 is $20.
Can we get some happy birthdays for our friend Thick, please? Happy birthdays for our friend Thick. Thank you. Birthday boy in the house. Sounds like he's celebrating already.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit.
Day.
Thank you.
So what's on tap for the birthday? What's happening?
Currently a glass of Woodford.
I like it. And then what are your fun plans tomorrow? Do you want to tell everybody?
I have a VA appointment in 7 hours.
Hot diggity.
That I completely forgot about.
Happy birthday.
Let's see. Other than that, I've got some plans tomorrow, or tonight rather. I'm going to go out to a restaurant in Austin.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do the unthinkable, as I mentioned to you. And I'm going to host my annual live later today on my birthday before I go out to dinner. The thing that I never do, ever, I'm going to do it.
I cannot encourage everybody enough. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see. So I'm gonna. Really can't wait.
I would like to point out that when I host my own lives, I'm not nearly as aggressive as I am when I'm on people's panels. It's a lot more gentle parenting.
Okay. Fair enough. I still encourage everyone.
I don't know what time
to be there. I still encourage everyone to be there whenever it happens.
Such a nice person isn't. Don't tell people that JP. I have a reputation to uphold.
Yeah. And what birthday is it? Thing? How old are we? What are we at?
I'm 36.
Oh, that's not old at all.
My knees are 80.
Yeah, I mean the service will do that to you. So, yeah.
Also, consequently, speaking of birthdays, I just want to point out that it was only just the other day that I found out how much older than Nemo I am, because I thought you were older than me.
I feel older than you. I
thought you were older than me.
Spiritually, I am approaching retirement. Like I mean,
I'm already retired, so catch up, son.
Yeah. No, I am physically 32. Mentally, nah.
Mentally, I'm on death's door.
Yeah.
Yeah, join the club. Everybody join the club with that one. Holy shit. Yeah, I've aged 10 years in the last 10 days. Holy shit. Like, yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It feels like it should be March.
It's not? Isn't it St. Patrick's Day tomorrow? What? I'm like, that's where I'm
feels
at.
like it should be.
Shit.
Like I just need it. I just need the world to not fall apart, so that like at least until June, because I've already got vacation plans for April, May. Like I've already got my tickets booked, like my plane tickets booked, my hotel booked. Like I need the world to not fall apart until at least June.
Where are you staying in Venezuela?
Seacon.
Oh boy, yeah.
Given the rate this shit's fucking going,
we're there. It's fine. Not that this is a good time to go there though. I definitely do recommend Curacao to any of you fine folks who have never been there. If you're looking for a kind of like an offbeat Caribbean place to go that's not overly touristy, highly recommend Curacao someday.
I went to Cartagena last year in Colombia. 10 out of 10 recommend. Absolutely recommended. Gorgeous city.
I've heard nothing but good things. Also, somebody in the chat, Christina says, Matt, why are you like this? I mean, I'm just the way that God made me, man. That's the only answer I can give. I don't know. Why am I like this? Wow. It's existential.
Yes,
dread.
Kyle.
Oh, God.
Yes, Kyle. The blue Curacao.
Yeah, exactly. That's that one. It's the plate when you go there, they do heavy hand, like they're a little heavy with the, like when you get to the hotel and they're like, have the blue Curacao, you're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then it's like, have some more and buy some, and this is a thing, and you're like, we get it. It's Curacao. Okay, thank you. That's the only thing maybe annoyed me a little bit. Otherwise, fun place, neat place, cool place. So,
yes, it is. It is also Hector's birthday as well. So if you see Hector later today, also wish him a happy birthday. We share the same birthday.
Nice.
He has been sending me happy 24th. Happy 22nd, all the last like 30 minutes. So he knows I'm 36.
That feels like a personal attack. I'm not gonna lie.
It does. It does.
Yeah. Not gonna. It's not okay.
Hector is in his 20s though.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fine.
But yeah, no, I'm going to Paris for like a week in April, May. I've never been, so I figure I may as well start getting more stamps on my passport while I can before the world implodes.
I like it.
Have you ever toured Europe before?
Yeah, no, I've been to Germany, I've been to Poland, been to Bulgaria, I've been to Czech, I've been to Greece, I've been to Italy, I've been to Hungary. I've had a layover in Ireland, if that counts for anything.
Yeah, I think it counts.
Sure.
Okay.
I was asking because, like, Paris was the first place that I got to like do the tourist thing in Europe. Like, I lived in the UK, but that was the first like mainland Europe place. So I'm in Paris, and then all of a sudden these kids walk up to me and say, with like a fucking clipboard, and say, "Do you speak English?" And I'm like, "What?" And so, dumb American tourists, I'm completely caught off guard. It's like standard. It's just, you know, panhandling type stuff with extra steps. Yeah, but that is extremely common all throughout Europe. So if you've been anywhere else, then you've already experienced that. I thought I was going to be clever, and when they said, "Do you speak English?" I was going to reply in German. And then I did that, and then they started speaking German. So I was like, never mind. Shit. These are some skilled operators right now.
And don't play that game. Don't play that game with Europeans.
Yeah.
Well, not Brits. We can't speak any other freaking language. It's like we're,
No, you
because
just steal them.
obviously, better than everybody. So, and this is not my opinion. This is like the opinion of the British generally. We don't need to learn other people's language. I'll just speak louder and add an O onto the end of words.
No,
that's awesome.
I also I went to Canada over the weekend last week. Just got back this Sunday. Picked the worst fucking time to go to Toronto because they wound up getting hit with a snowstorm while I was there. Let me just say, while like the stereotypes about Canadians being the nicest people in the fucking world are absolutely true. 100%. None of you can deny this shit anymore. Canadians are nothing but incredibly fucking nice people. I will hear nothing else. They are absurdly fucking nice, and it's ridiculous. The Canadian like customs and border and customs agent, when I got there, he was like, where are you coming from? And I'm like, oh, Texas. He's like, oh, why are you visiting? And I stopped, and I just go, I really wanted to make a joke here and say asylum, but I didn't know how that would be taken. And he was like, nah, dude, I get it. And I was like, okay, can I say that now?
Damn.
He's like, yeah, I get it.
dude, when I was in France, when I was there this past February, I was in Paris, and I had taken my daughter with me because I had promised her, and we went, and my girlfriend, and we met up with some friends who live in Spain, and we were traveling, and some of you guys know because I've talked about it, but I had a medical emergency while I was there, and everything was fine, and made it back, and everything was fine, but I had to get an abdominal binder that I had to wear. And when I went and I got it from a pharmacist, and when I went to the pharmacist, it was this very nice older French gentleman, and I used my limited French because we were out towards Lyon, and he didn't actually speak a whole lot of English, and so I was very happy to use my limited French, and he didn't correct me like all of the Parisians do, and so it was really nice. And however, near the end of the transaction, in English, he did say, "I'm very sorry about your President Trump. I'm very sorry about your President Trump." And I was like, I said, "Me too, moi aussi." And you could like he just gave me like, and this is back in February, and he just looked at me and he gave me like the pity eyes. Like, I feel sorry for you. And I was like, holy shit. Yeah. Like, you like, the rest of the world is like, oh, God damn it. Okay. So, I don't like that, dude. Like, those types of interactions with folks from other countries it's not the best. Doesn't make you feel good, to be honest.
I miss when I was, like, 23 and I could just go around, like, being an obnoxious American and like it actually meaning something.
I remember I made jokes in England because this is very on brand for England in hindsight. My first experience moving to England for, somewhat, permanently at the time, I got hassled by a whatever agent at Heathrow. That is so fucking on brand for England. But anyway, I made jokes after the fact, and I was like, I kind of wanted him to try and tell me that he was going to deport me, just so he could say that you are going to be deported to the United States of America. This is during the Obama administration. right? Like, oh no, not the United States. But now, like, oh no, oh shit.
Please, dear God, no. Please, no.
No, please stop. Help, police. Yeah. Well, think if you need any recommendations, I've been a number of times. I have a couple of favorite restaurants and favorite spots. If happy to throw some recommendations
absolutely.
away.
I'll tell you the hotel I'm staying at in the event that you're like been in that area. And if you've I'm literally staying within a 5-minute walk of the Louvre. So
nice. Okay, cool.
I fully intend on doing all the like touristy shit while I'm there, but I definitely want to like get some like off the beaten path stuff.
Dude, you know what? This is no fucking lie. The touristy shit in Paris is fucking great. I gave my girlfriend is incredibly well traveled. I like to consider myself to be a very well traveled person. I'm very proud of it. My girlfriend is far better traveled than I am. And like one of the reasons that I very much like her is because of that, right? But she's been to Paris just as many times as me, if not maybe a couple of more. And she's like, well, I've never gone up in the Eiffel Tower. Well, I've never done the Sam dinner cruise. Those are touristy things. Like she's better.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's better than that. But we're taking my daughter, who at the time is 8.5 years old, and she's like, "Oh, right, well, I'm like, yeah, of course, we'll go up in the Eiffel Tower." And I was like, "Yeah, of course, of course." And I was like, and I really want to do a Seine dinner cruise because I had done one once before, and I explained to her, I was like, went on this cruise, and it was a lot of French people. And it was not and like I get it. I know that some tourists do it and all. I said, but they had a little French jazz quartet and everyone at one point in French was singing La Vie en Rose together, and it was like a very a really neat experience. I said it felt very Parisian and very French, and I enjoyed it. And the food was nice, and you see all of the sights along the River Seine. It's really cool. And she's like, I don't know, that sounds really touristy. And then we went and did those. And we went up that was the first time she went up in the Eiffel Tower, was the same time my daughter did. And she was like, oh, wow, this is really fucking neat. I'm like, yeah, I know, there's a reason that people do this. And we did the dinner cruise. And she was like, that was actually really nice. The food was really good. And it was really beautiful. And we saw like Notre Dame from the river all lit up. And we saw this. And I was like, I know. I was like, I don't say these things because I love touristy bullshit. I was like, it's because there's a reason. and it became a running joke with us because some of that shit, dude, it's like, I get it. You're like, I don't want to do it, but in Paris, like, do the touristy shit. Fuck yeah.
Absolutely want to do it. Yeah. I'm also the week that I'm going to be there is also like smack in the middle of the Paris fair, which I had no idea that was a thing. I just coincidentally happened to schedule my trip in the middle of it, and then just found out that was going to be there. Evidently, it is like one of the largest fairs in all of fucking Europe. So I'm definitely going to check that out because that's awesome. From everything that I've seen, that's evidently like a really cool experience to see. So very excited about that.
No, that's going to be awesome.
I love doing one of my favorite things is when I get visitors from somewhere else and I get to do the touristy shit. Because as a resident of a place, unless you're on a field trip with school, you can't do the touristy shit because it's like passé and everyone's like, oh, what do you mean you're going to, the Tower of London? And then I get Muzzy come over, and me and Muzzy and Mrs. Muzzy go to the Tower of London and walk down the River Thames from the London Eye to Tower Bridge, and I point out things to them and it's delightful because it reminds me how much I know about the country I live in and about our capital city and all of that stuff. I freaking love it. I love giving a guided tour of London. And I find things that I never knew were there, which is what I really enjoy about it.
It really, what Erica just said is so totally true. And in Boston, I enjoy doing that, and I've gotten to do some touristy things when people come to visit that I would never do otherwise. One of those being the Boston Tea Party Museum, which, having lived here, like, not really something that I did, but then I had some friends who had a couple of kids that were like perfect age, and we went and did the Tea Party Museum. That was so much fucking fun. And it was so cool, and like the history, and they like bring you on the boat, and you can throw the tea into the harbor, and the harbor was like fucking great.
I think that sounds shit.
It was
I wouldn't wanna
amazing,
do
Erica.
that.
I don't know why.
No,
you
it sounds like
you want to
sounds
come and
terrible.
come visit? I want you to come. When you come visit, I'm going to take you, and I'm going to make
Sounds
you. I'm going to
terrible.
make you
No.
throw tea into the harbor. But you know
Only
what?
if it's
also,
if it's Lipton's, it deserves to be in the harbor.
Oh yeah, well that's
No, but
that's fair.
hold on. But here's what, real quick, I want to tell you, actually, one of the cool things, one of the reasons you might actually like it is because they sell these special blends of tea that are supposed to be historically accurate to the time period and like the type of teas that they used, and they tried to recreate some of the tea blends. So you might want to
That's
actually
cool.
go and try. See?
In July of this year, let me check my notes. I will be visiting the Reichstag. Oh no, DC. I'll be visiting DC in July.
Oh dear.
So weird. That was a typo, I think. I'll have to fix that.
They might start building Let's Go Brandenburg Gate by then.
I need
typo.
I need
I'll be there
I
for
need
a
Fozzie.
conference.
I need Fozzie for that one. Waka waka waka.
To the person in the comments who just said Lipton is good, to a British person, get the fuck out of here.
The big scary eagles are going up soon. Like I bet. Yeah, no shit.
All right, you guys. I'm gonna
I'll be there for a conference though.
Yeah, sure you will. Think. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna call this thing because I know that we're
I
not
can't legally
yeah,
say what
Trump
I'll be
supporters.
there for.
And I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Or let's call this thing for tonight. Gonna be on. I'll be on tomorrow. There is a small chance, aside from tomorrow afternoon with our friend Erica, there's a small chance I may be able to be on tomorrow evening. If that is the case, I will chat at Nemo and let him know, and we'll see what's up. But that's just as a heads up. I don't know. Good chance. But tomorrow afternoon, one way or the other, do us all a favor. Drop your follows on the main account, on my backup account, Nemo's account, all as many backup accounts. Follow our friend Erica. She's private, but she'll accept you, hopefully, as long as you're not a child or some creepy fucking stalker. Either way. Follow our friend Thick. It's Thick's birthday. So follow him and then go watch his live tomorrow and see if he does or does not follow through on his promise to not be unhinged. One way or the other, it should be interesting.
I never promised that at all.
Okay, on his light indication that it may not be.
There you go.
There you go. And then let's see. Who is on? Let's see. We got Joey is on. Chris, I don't know. What do you think? Should we go over to Joey?
I was just over at Joey's before I came here. So
yeah.
Did we raid Joey last night? I can't remember.
We did not. We went to Brenna.
Okay. Well, let's raid Joey then.
Okay, you got it. Then we're gonna go to Joey. I'll put his at in here. Make sure you said that we sent you. Give him the raid. We really appreciate it. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you also. Probably don't say it enough, to all of our wonderful moderators, both here and on the tube. You guys are really helpful, and we really appreciate you guys being here so often. and taking care of all the bullshit that you have to deal with. Thank you. Thank you very much for helping out. It really, really means a lot, especially as these numbers keep climbing and we get so many people in here. You guys make sure that things stay under control. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Okay? All right, guys. Let's wrap things up. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Everyone stay safe, stay warm.